Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the NHL 2019 Shitstravaganza. Sorry, it's a little iffy. I'm trying new software and it's turning into a bit of a mess, so I just want to make sure it's not a total disaster, which I mean, it probably will be, but you may notice something a little different today. I do not have a potato cam, I got a new webcam. So, new location, well, kinda, new location. But, wrapping the Pens gear, I have to. Sorry. But let's be real, they're probably going to sign Wayne Simmons for probably 4 years at $4.5 million per year. Get another Albatross contract in there, we can't say. Free agency doesn't officially begin for another 15 minutes, but I want to get a few things ahead out of the way. A couple trades that happened over time. Earlier, Jimmy VC going back to Buffalo for a third-round pick. If you remember correctly, Nashville traded Jimmy VC to Buffalo for their negotiation rights. Remember when he was a hot college prospect? He's going back to Buffalo. It's like he never left. To be fair, Jimmy VC isn't really that good, but Rangers use the cap space. I think they're going big gun. I think they're trying for Panarin again, even though I think he goes Panthers. Maple Leafs clear up some space. They trade Zaitsev, Connor Brown, and Michael Carcone for Cody Ceci at the same cap hit as Zaitsev for a year. Toronto, if you hated Zaitsev, you're gonna really hate Ceci. This dude's a total dumpster fire in this defensive zone. So, yeah, that's about it. But Ben Harper, Aaron Luchuk in a third-round pick. Nick Delorier going to Anaheim. Depth for a fourth-round pick. Here's the fun one, Andrew Shaw going back to the Blackhawks because they haven't learned anything from Patrick Sharp or Brandon Saad. And they traded a premium for him with that contract. 2020 second, 2027th, and a 2021 third. The real Bergevin's gone, isn't he? I'm sad now. James Reimer going to Carolina. Florida's going big game hunting. Carolina needs a legit goaltender. I think Reimer could do that, at least as a backup for him. For Scott Darling's bad contract and a 2026th round pick. I think Panthers bought out Darling, if I remember correctly. So, I think, as I said, the Panthers are going after big guns. They're going after Bobrovsky. I think they're linked to him now. Panarin. I mean, there's a lot of rumors out there. We're not going to get anything official until 12 o'clock. So I just wanted to get this stuff out of the way first. Phil Kessel! Tear in my eye. This man helped us lead the back-to-back cups. He has a soft spot in my heart, even though, he's a very eccentric fellow. Going back to Arizona to be with his old buddy Rick Tocchet. I always figured that would probably be his top spot. Him and Tocchet really mesh well. Going with a defensive prospect named Dane Burks in the 2021 fourth-round pick for the ever-frustrating Alex Galchenyuk, and Pierre-Olivier Joseph, a former first-round pick of the Coyotes. So, I'm not as angry as that trade as most Pens fans are. I'm kind of even on it. Jim Rutherford was never really about winning a trade. He's been more about getting even, I feel like. If Galchenyuk can live up to his potential, I think it'll be a decent trade, but Galchenyuk's best down the middle. There's no real spot for him. Unless you get rid of Malkin, and let's be real, they're probably not getting rid of Malkin. A couple other minor trades, but Colin Miller going to the Sabres, really good deal. The Golden Knights had a huge cap situation. If we look on Cap Friendly, the Golden Knights still have no cap room. They're under the cap, but they have no cap room. So they might be making another move to get out of a contract or two as well, because I think they want to re-sign. They want to re-sign England, if I remember correctly. Forgot where I was. My apologies. Andrei Burakovsky going to the Colorado Avalanche. They need to boost up and get under that cap hit. To the cap, I should say. For Scott Kosmachuk, a 2022nd and a 2023rd. So, Burakovsky was always a guy who felt like he could do better, but he never really did. But let's hope he does it for the Avalanche. Eric Hulla going to the Carolina Hurricanes. Once again, the Knights needed to get out some bad contracts, or just contracts in general, because they're scrammed, especially after re-signing William Karlsson to a surprisingly good deal for Nick Waugh and a 2021 conditional fifth. Carl Soderberg going to the Coyotes, so a little bit of flipping from Colorado. Kevin Connaughton and a third-round pick going to Colorado. The Blackhawks taking on Calvin DeHaan and Alexi Sorella for Anton Thorsberg and Gustav Forsling. Blackhawks, they're bolstering on defense. There's one that came up a little later. Tyler Pitlick for Ryan Hartman. I like Hartman, but I think he's a free agent now. Pitlick, San Jose Sharks required Tom Pyatt because, I don't know, a couple forwards there. JT Miller, finally gone from Tampa Bay. May his short reign be remembered forever. PK Subban going to the New Jersey Devils. It's alright. I'm not as crazy as it is a lot is. I think PK Subban's more of a name than anything. But I mean, the Predators are big game hunting. They're linked towards Matt Duchene. I think they go after him, even though the real issue is coaching. Sorry, I don't mean to admit it, but it's true. Patrick Marleau, get out of that contract. They tweeted a 2020 conditional first. Which, yeah. Justin Braun, Sharks, thank you for getting out of that cap hell, by the way. Justin Braun going to the Flyers. Jacob Trouba going to the Rangers. That's the price of cap hell. So, Rangers got Jacob Trouba, Brandon Lemieux, and, well, a couple other pieces for Neil Pionk, their old first, and mainly like 2 months of Kevin Hayes. It's not bad work by the Rangers. I like what they're doing with their rebuild. Ole Mata, also known as one of the slowest defensemen in hockey, going to the Blackhawks for Dominic Cahoon in a fifth. Not surprised. Mata with a healthy scratch. Can't really do anything there. But let's get everything done. I'm going to deal with a few super chats just first and foremost. Welcome. I'm glad you joined us today, guys. I hope I make you proud. You already got 1,500. That's insane. Keep the chat going. El Chris for $1. Thank you, brother. My appreciations. Julian Bragg for 5. Hey, man, I love your work as a Milwaukee Ranger native. I think it's time for a Brewers legacy of failure. Thank you for making me laugh and smile in my sad. But the thing with the Brewers is they need a little more time. I'm waiting until this window ends with them before I do anything. But that sort of reality comes later. Jason Thompson, greetings from the man they call Cobra Tree. Thank you, brother. My appreciation. Squad for 5, give it to me straight. UT, is there any hope for me this season being a long-suffering Falcons fan? If your defense stays healthy, you could be okay. And don't worry, random dude, I'm probably going to talk about the Knicks later on, too. It's too funny to pass up. Anthony Niemi is KHL bound. Somebody gave a $50 to... Holy shit. You people are crazy. Connor Thompson for $2. Tree, my dentist Yinzer is done with drama Steelers. What can you really do there? I mean, I feel bad for your dentist. I'm sorry, brother. B-Rad Gamer for 10. High urinating Tree, where do you think Pavelski will go? I think he's linked towards the Stars. Lightning have been kind of linked towards him, but I don't know if they have the room to really do it. So, I think they go for the Stars. That's my link. I think he's like a 3-year deal, I'm saying. I think Corey Perry's linked to them, too. Beast of Metal. He's a regular on our Dumpster Fire stream. I'm going to be doing one of those later tonight with 5 points at about 9 o'clock. So, if you want to join us there, I'll be there, too. For 50. Jesus. Unfortunately, my day job wouldn't give me today off to revel in NHL free agency. This will be my only transmission. I look forward to watching the replay of your commentary on the terrible contracts until discovering how JR goes senile this time. If I'm looking at it correctly, I think the Pens signed Tanev? Which, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at the updates right now, but they're not going to make anything official until noon. So, the only one is Connor Clifton re-signing, Kasperi Kapanen, Andreas Janssen. But Toronto's big issue is with Marner. That's going to be really, really ugly. People were laughing at me for saying we would get 12 to 13 million. He's probably getting 12 to 13 million. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. Jeff Skinner gets $9 million. Tyler Myers rumored for 8, even though he's probably not. Panarin's, Columbus, I think, offered Panarin $13 million per year last night. Panarin's a very good player. He's not $13 million worth. But this is the way it works. We're headed to Lockout City, and I'm glad you joined us. We're going to look at some really bad contracts today. That's why I'm doing this. Because I want to laugh, damn it. Flyers re-signed Elliott? I don't know. Nah, not crazy about that. William Karlsson, once again, I really like that deal. I mean, Karlsson wanted term, but the cap hit's really solid for what he brings. Edler back with Vancouver. Kevin Hayes, 7.14. This is what I'm talking about. 7 years, $7 million for a guy that hasn't hit 20 goals. Oh, he hit 20 goals once. You're paying $7 million for that? Really? Come on, man. Erik Karlsson, $11.5 million. He got Doughty money for a guy that hasn't been healthy in over 2 years. The Sharks are going to regret this deal, and I love Erik Karlsson. He's not $11.5 million. He can't skate. What are you doing, Wilson? You're gone senile. Stop. Please. Jeff Skinner, 8 years, $9 million. This guy should be getting 7. 2 years too much. $2 million per year too much. This is why we're going for a lockout. Because people are going to be regretting these deals for a while. Everybody got a good deal. $5.5 million for 5 years. And then there was another one here. I think it was Brock Nelson, 6 years for 6. Which, I mean, it's not as bad as Skinner or Karlsson or Hayes, but yeah, no. Mad Rush donates $1. Thank you, brother. Buck Bumble Maple version for another 50. What? Oh my God, dude. Jesus. I know this is unrelated, but Kawhi is about to become the biggest liar and hated man outside of LA and in Canadian history. Championships need nothing if you pansy out of a great city to help LeBron Dick Riders prove their point. I want Kawhi to stay in Toronto. It would make perfect sense for Kawhi to stay in Toronto. It looks like nothing's changed on that front yet. But there's a lot of NBA stuff going on too. I may do one of these later now, but the future is in the NHL. So that's what I'm going to be hockey on now. 1,800 people. Dead Autumn Leaves donates $1. Thank you, brother. Kniphonics for 2. Do you think Aho stays at Kane? I believe yes. The only way he'll be traded is if, like, somebody offers a term. Restricted free agency hasn't really been a thing. The one I really remember was O'Reilly, the Calgary, and that would have been funny if Colorado didn't match. Shea Weber for the Flyers. Dustin Penner was the only one I remember really last. 3D1 Perillo. Oh, Jesus. As a sad Mets, Rangers, and Giants fan, pray for me. Don't worry, there is no God for you. At least you're not a Knicks fan. That's all I'm going to say. North Hunter for 2. Play Gloria. Thank you, brother. Rikaku the Sal Crow. Ever thought of doing a legacy of failure for minor teams? I would need a little more research. Oh, wait. Brandon Tanev. Sorry, I thought it was Chris Tanev. My bad. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're trying to get big and physical when they need speed. They're going to sign, like, this ridiculous contract, and it's not going to be good. El Blanco for $5 Canadian. Thank you, brother. Crossing my fingers here, hoping Mark Bergevin doesn't open the vaults for Jake freaking Gardner. With what Tyler Myers is getting, Gardner's got to be licking his chops. Do you think the Knights will get a cup soon? Maybe. I don't know. But, as I said, like, you guys are going crazy. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. V-Man for $5. Tree, how is Gates a Jets hire when we haven't had an offensive-minded guy since '96? By the way, what are the odds of your Steelers underestimating my Jets? Steelers are pretty good at playing down to their competition. The problem with the Jets is you've really just thrown money around. Gase is a Jets hire because he ran his way out of town to Miami. He got that sort of like craziness there. He did nothing there. He alienated the locker room. Any Dolphins fan can tell you this. And now you gave him unlimited power in only 3 months because your GM threw a shitload of money around and they fired him a month later. That doesn't make sense to me. Coffee Corporate Carousel for 2. When do we get a Cardinals Lockout video? When they totally become shit. Jake Bazell, this guy's a rather infamous figure in our dumpster fire community. I make my return, but now it's for only $5, but it will increase. Also somewhat unrelated, but how about them Nets for KD and Kyrie? I mean, it's high risk for the Nets. Kevin Durant may never be the same again. Kyrie's pretty good. I mean, they also got DeAndre Jordan. We got 1 more minute left. So, here we go, boys. Hold yourselves. Got some crazy contracts coming. This is when all the big stuff's going to start happening. A few trades, a few ideologies, that sort of stuff there. But otherwise, Nick Crawford for 10. People are crazy, but thank you. Logan P for $5. Love your vids. Can we possibly get a KC Royals Lockout video sometime? It caused me nothing but pain through the season. I do have an idea for Kansas City, but it's not really about Kansas City themselves. I think it's more about the plight of the small market team. Zeno for 10. What do you think the Bruins need to do to spice up their decor? Seemed weak last season, and I feel was their downfall in the finals. The Bruins' biggest weakness was actually Chara. I think his speed has really fallen off. He's really slow. I don't know if he can really adapt to the modern game. And I think the issue is, like, they have a nice fluid two-way core. But I think, like, their biggest issue, too, was they couldn't really solve Binnington. They didn't really have a consistent factor to them. Their best players were last year the 2 deadline acquisitions, Charlie Coyle, Marcus Johansson. Everyone else was too hot and cold to really do anything. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 o'clock. It's time for some free agents. A couple more before we go. KT Longschlong, early prediction of who wins the Cup next year. Knowing the legacy of failure route is probably going to be the Sharks. Because did the Capitals first, they won the Cup the next year. The Blues were second in 2017, they won the Cup in 2019. Sharks, 2018, I think they're next. So if we're going by that logic, then them. And then probably the Leafs, because they're my next hockey legacy of failure team. Aiden C for $10 Canadian. Hey yo, what do you think Sebastian Aho will sign for the Hurricanes? Also, that's a different scene behind you, which is a nice change. Yeah, I tried a little different. I went for a Yinzer gate thing. I felt like looking at a Yinzer kitchen was kind of weird. Or a Yinzer basement with a life preserver in the back. So, a little something different today. Max for 2. Warriors are not making the playoffs. Mark my words. It's going to be tough. I mean, they'll probably sneak in as like a 6 to an 8. That would be my guess. But, it's 12:01. Let's see if we got some updates here from Mr. Bob McKenzie. Nola Chari, 1.67 mil for 3 years. It's not bad. John Gilmore, the Sabres. Connor Clifton re-signed. Kincaid, Kyle Criscuolo. Florida Panthers going for Anton Strawman. They're going big money again. Strawman's a good one, though. 3 years, 16.5. 5 mil? Okay. I mean, maybe. Curtis Lazar to Buffalo. Andre Shakira got bought out. Carolina got calls from Sebastian Aho. Jonas Korpisalo to a 1-year deal. Marcus Granlund going to the Oilers. I mean, you got to get that Vancouver goodness. I'm waiting for that Milan Lucic for Louis Eriksson trade. That's what I'm looking forward to. Me at least. Southie 98 for $9.99. With the Nets going ham this free agency, will this finally bring them that long sought after title? I think they have the depth to do it. I think they'll be a legit contender. And how long will the Nets be relegated to the second fiddle? Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, everyone, but let's take a look here. Wait. Tanev on a 5 or... What? Please don't be true. Brandon Tanev? I'm going to wait until I get confirmation. Oh, we got a big one. Oscar Fantenberg! No length yet. I'm getting really scared about this Brandon Tanev stuff. Please don't be real. The WVU won for $2. What do you think 5 points is? Probably drinking his misery because the Mets suck and the Knicks couldn't get anyone in free agency. Think about it. Look what they were going after for 2 months ago. KD, Kyrie, Zion, maybe Anthony Davis. Who do you end up with? RJ Barrett, which, but your top free agent prize is Julius Randle. Well, Terry Rozier is on the Hornets, and the Hornets are a joke. Michael Jordan is a terrible owner. Dante 151 for $19.99. Hey, Tree, could we get a lolcow video for the Detroit Pistons? Love your videos. I'm sorry, I gotta do the Lions first. 3.5 mil for 6. What? Did I read that correctly? What the? What? What? What the? 5 years? $3.5 million? For Tanev? What the fuck are you doing, JR? Dude! Tanev is not what you need! You didn't need a big physical guy who averages like 20, 30 points a game. For $3.5 million. You didn't learn from Johnson. You didn't learn from Good Branson. Jesus Christ, man. What the hell are you doing? At least I could get behind Simmons. But Brandon Tanev. Tanev! What the? Can someone please send JR to his bedroom in the retirement home? Tanev isn't even that good. He's what, a bottom sixer? For $3.5 million! This is why we traded Kessel and Mata. Look at this! 5 to 6 years, $3.5 million. What the fuck? Are you serious? Like, I didn't think it was gonna happen this early. What? Okay, I gotta catch up on some Snapchats. I'm gonna forget that. Bucketsoya for $1, thank you. Relish99 for $1, thank you. Christopher Brown. Any thoughts on the Seattle nickname Kraken? I'm not crazy about Kraken. I'd rather do Seals, Totems, or Metropolitans. But really, 3.5, 6 years! 6 years! This is gonna be another video. This is why fuck! Like, I thought Simmons at 4.5 for 4 was bad. 3.5 for 6? I feel like I'm overreacting for the camera now, but this... Look at this! Look at this! What the fuck? Like this? This is how we get lockouts! Fourth liners getting $3.5 million a year for 6 years! Like, don't get me wrong, Tanev's probably a decent fourth liner, but you excited for like $1.5 million too! Not 3.5! Okay. Jethro Knifley for $1. JCC Gaming for 5. Hey Tree, what do you think of the Cubs rookie Azalea? Only 2 games in, but he looks promising. He's going to be starting tonight against the Pirates, but yeah, I'm interested to see how he does. Tanev an okay sign? No. That's not addition through subtraction. That's $3.5 million for 6 years. No. Kendo Slice for 2. Let's go Blues. Play Gloria. Hey, you deserve that cup. You earned it. Quintessential Clairvoyant for £2. Ever consider making a video on Arsenal? I feel like I don't know enough about Premier League to really do it. I feel like I'd have to outsource it. But they've been one going for a while. So they've been one, like, a long request for a while. Daniel Smith for 2, happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. It was until the Pens signed Brandon Tanev for $3.5 million for 6 years. B-Rad Gamer for 10. Urinating Tree, we all love your vids. Keep it up. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Nintendo Wii for 2. Are the Devils going to do anything in free agency? But, I mean, you signed Subban, so you did something at least this year. I think they might sign some depth, but, yeah. Don/Bruins Gang Sweeney for $5 Canadian. Every team in the Atlantic gets better but my Bruins. Bruins are still a solid team, though. Tuukka Rask will at least lead you to the playoffs, but, I mean, you gotta go a little different there. But, I mean, the Bruins are kind of strapped to the cap, if I remember correctly. They have $12 million available. But now the Pens have $2.5 because they decided it was a good idea to sign Brandon Tanev. Do you know how much I love this? Wait, they're saying Brian Rust is gone now? They said Brian Rust is gone now? Please. Brian Rust is what you need. Mickey Tayloriffy for $2.79 Canadian. Got bills to pay. Make it up to you later. Dude, you don't have to. This is all optional. I find it crazy people even do this stuff, but crazy. No, I'm not going to take my Ritalin because JR's doing stupid shit. Saturn Otaku for 5. Any chance we'll see the Hawks unload Seabrook's Albatross? Probably not. Good. It better not be Rust. It better not be Rust. And Seabrook's not probably because of his no movement clause. They rumored that for a couple years ago, but... wait. Garnet Hathaway for 6? Craig Skiff for 2. Hey, UT are stupider than Nets in regards to KD. I mean, it's worth the risk if KD's worth his potential. Tyler Claremont for $5. Can you pray for me as a Detroit fan? Not much hope here besides Yzerman. I'm not really that crazy about the Yzerman thing. I feel like they're making a mistake by correcting another one. I mean, if you look at what happened with Tampa Bay, he had an unhealthy obsession with... Wait. Ryan Murray for 2 years at 4.6. That's actually pretty good. Ryan Murray's good when he's healthy. And I think his injury issues have dropped that down. But if I'm reading correctly with Garnet Hathaway for 6... I'm going to laugh my ass off at that. I think that'll change everything because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, how was Brandon Tanev? He wasn't even in the top 15. And these ratings are terrible. Like, Donskoy should be way ahead of Tanev. He had $3.5 million for a guy that didn't even score 30 points. This is what we're going to now. This is what we're going to. Popcorn Battery 38. I can't watch free agency on TV. Thank you for this. I appreciate it. This is why I'm doing it. I also want to laugh. So, we'll take a look here. Will the Patriots go to another Super Bowl by Michael M? Maybe. Maybe. It depends how... Oh, $1.5 million. Okay. I thought it said like 6 per year. But 1.5 I can buy. Good. Because I'm sitting there like 6. 6 is total, though. So I got a little confused on that. My apologies on that. $1.5 million for 4 years. Damn it. I wanted them to sign him for 6. That would have been hilarious. Tyler for $1. Thank you, brother. Holy shit, Baby Jesus is on fire. What a name. For $5. Do you think there's any chance Jake Allen gets dealt at any point? If they tack on a prospect as incentive. That's why. But we have some big deals already. Yep, Garnet Hathaway for 1.5. I thought it was, 6 total. But Artemi Panarin is a New York Ranger. I'm going to guess 8 years at $12 million per year. At the rate they're going, I can see them signing something ridiculous. Matt Duchene, the big game for Nashville. And this is perfect because, like, it's devolving into the madness now. Sergei Bobrovsky to the Panthers. He's probably going to get around 10. I still can't believe Tanev for $3.5 million. That is ridiculous to me. The Judo Joker for 2. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Uh-oh. I bet you any money they probably signed him for like 12. But yeah, Blue Jackets, F's in the chat. Sorry, you lost your 3 best players, even for that last minute. Mike Smith to the Oilers. That's a ball buster. I mean, Mike Smith, you get inconsistency to go along with your inconsistency, and in net right now. So congratulations to you. AJ was Stelly for 2. We need a Dolphins or Titans lolcow. Dolphins, they're interesting. I think they need to wait until the fall, though, as everything will bottom out. VMan29397, thoughts on Joe Douglas' Jets GM? I'm worried that the Jets are going to ruin him. I mean, Douglas did a decent job in Philly. Time will tell there. Doubles fan here, when is that failure bid coming? You don't get a failure video. You won a cup less than 20 years ago. Not happening. The Legend 27, thoughts on Duchene to the Preds? I don't know if it's what they really need. Because their issue is in coaching. Their issue is not in player skill. I mean, look at Kyle Turris. They thought he was going to be the answer. He struggled immensely. So you at least have some depth down the middle. I mean, you have Duchene, Ryan Johansson, Nick Bonino on your third line. Turris, they'll probably trade. VC to Buffalo is hilarious because Jimmy VC, they were always so crazy about him. Any interesting trades coming up? Not yet. What do you think about the Flyers' Hayes contract? And I lost my point again. From Big Mark Productions, it's hilarious because he does not deserve 7 for 7. Taking Perry for $1. Thank you, brother. A question mark guy for $5. Love your vids, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. Also, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do the Stars have a shot on the Cup next year, in your opinion? A 6. It mainly depends if Ben Bishop stays healthy. Like, he's going to be their key piece. He was the reason why they were going that far. Let's try it now. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, we're good. We're good. I got the mute back. I think my mic, my cord's probably on the fritz. Sorry about that, boys. That's why we call it a dumpster fire, ladies and gentlemen. Because stupid microphones. Yeah, of course I'm a boomer. Keep it off. Yeah, I should keep it off. Because it's probably karma for Brandon Tanev. Jake Bazell for 2. This is karma for laughing at 5 points at the draft. 240p mic quality. Yeah, the audio quality is kind of bad because it's, yeah, the audio is probably iffy now. Okay. I think I got the, yeah, we're good. Rock on. We're good now. Sorry about that, boys. And now my, now my music has stopped because people were weird. And, I don't understand it. Like, I prepare this
There we go. I think we're good now. Sorry about that, boys. Like, I don't understand why my mic just pooped out on me there. This is why we call it a dumpster fire, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, sorry about that, boys. I lost a bunch of viewers there. Please come back. Please. But, I missed down. Skylar Greenberg, Hall of Famer JR. Like, I don't understand it. The people are weird. James Sylvester for 279. Happy Canada Day. I appreciate you. Why are we doing here? Because we're laughing at NHL free agency. That's why. Keith Kincaid for a year, 1.75. Not bad for a backup. Julius Donskoy going for the Avalanche. I'm trying to see where, like, the final terms are. Jason Spezza going to the Leafs. It's like a going home, but it's really awkward because it's in Florida. Timo Meier for 6 for 4. That's actually a really good deal. That is a very good deal. I mean, I'd rather take it than this. Not good. Not good there. But, yes. Very yes. Oh, yes. Chris Hansen for $2. Who do you think is going to go to the playoffs next year? Chris Hansen, in terms of the NHL, it's so easy. Because it's just like that sort of idea. Yes, it is Doom soundtrack. I said everything was going fine until that mic just muted for whatever reason. Jason Thompson for 2. I would have gone with the Seattle Grunge. Sorry, I don't know about the Grunge. It's okay. I'm not going to do a hater's guide to the NHL draft because it's just too easy to, like, it's to just project too hard. 11.6 million average annual value. This is why we get lockouts, ladies and gentlemen. 11.6 mil for Panarin. Like, get me wrong, Panarin's a very good player, but he's not 11.6. It's like 9. 9.5 tops. Doo-doo-da-da. NHL teams you'll think you will be good next season. I firmly believe I like the Panthers shots. I like the Rangers, surprisingly. I like the I like the Flyers. I think could bounce back because of Carter Hart. Canucks, I think, could be interesting. I mean, if they don't do anything stupid. I'm really looking forward to see what they do for Tyler Myers. Saturn's for Buck, thank you, brother. Popcorn battery for 2. When's Flyers failure video coming? I'm a Flyer fan. I need a little more time. Jordan Suarez to the Senators. But yeah. How do I find the thing? TSN, do the signing tracker. That's what I'm using right now. So, TSN.com, there's a little thing above. It says, like, signing tracker, top free agents, trade tracker. That's what I'm using. Matt Zuccarello going back to the Stars. That is interesting. I thought he was going to the Wild. So, the Minnesota Wild take another F again. 5 years, $6 million. That's a pretty good deal. I mean, for what Zuccarello offers, I like that deal. Andrej Shakira. I mean, unless that's an error, it's the only thing I can think of. Nothing on Anders Lee yet. We're waiting on a couple. Like, nothing on Anders Lee, nothing on Tyler Myers, not on Marcus Johansson or Gardner. Lehner, I think, is gone too. Nyquist, we haven't heard anything about. I'm still waiting for the crazy sucker to sign Wayne Simmons, and it's probably going to be the Penguins. Because that's what the Penguins do. Okay, it is going to Minnesota. Yeah, that makes more sense. Because they have him as an RFA, and it's been linked to Minnesota for a while, but I still like that deal. Jordan Randall McKendrick for 5. Thank you for reigniting my interest in hockey. Still singing after the Bruins, Ross, but it was a good series. Your comedy makes it bearable. I mean, the Bruins should have no shame. They played really well. But, like, as I said, like, their consistency was the biggest issue, and Zdeno Chara got burned hard. Whew. James Amadei. How many more old guys will Stan Bowman bring on if they go to the Blackhawks? I think... Who else could they go after that's an old Blackhawk? Hjalmarsson. I think they go after Hjalmarsson again. And then they bring back the gang. Let's go! Yo, Tree, do the Lions. They've been due for a long time. I'm just waiting for the right moment for them, Boglins. Andrew Webb for 2. Please do an EA Lockout vid, please. And Riley for $10 Australian. I know you probably wouldn't do a video on the Australian Football League, but it would be really cool to see I had a guy from my high school win a Super Bowl, first Aussie to do so. I know you have like an interesting thing for the Australian Football League. So, as I said, like I would need more information there. But one more from Matt R. I know you guys love hearing the super chats. But yeah. Is there any hope for CBJs? There kind of is. I hear Muzlikins is pretty good. Texier, Pierre-Luc Dubois. They have prospects coming through the system. I think they'll be okay. I don't know if they're going to be like really good, but I think they'll be playoff contenders. Anything else? The only update is Timo Meier for 4 for 6. Once again, really good deal. Takes him into free agency. That's a smart move. Timo Meier did really well last year. Zuccarello's apparently a wild. It says stars, though, so that's why I got a little crossed up. Nola Chari's a decent bottom sixer for that price tag. I'd rather have him for 1.6 as a center instead of... yeah, it's not fun about it. Any other trades coming up yet? But I'm still waiting to see if, like, it's like I was kind of seeing rust in the background. 7 years for 81.5 for Panarin. Yeah. No update on that rust yet, but $81 million, 7 years. Jesus. Holy shit. Woo! Panarin got paid. And he made the big city. Jesus. I mean, that's insane. 11 and like almost 12 mil per year. Holy shit. That is a holy shit. It hasn't even updated that yet. But Mike Smith for 1 year, 2 mil. Which, I mean, isn't bad as a rental guy. I mean, he still has some value left as he showed in Calgary. So that's not too bad. But there's always plenty of time to laugh. I'm still waiting on Tyler Myers. I'm still waiting on Anders Lee. No news on Brandon Point just yet. This is Hotline Miami, boy, Billy. A 1 year deal is better than 8 years. Oh, of course, it is. Speaking about London series, that was pretty interesting. I don't like the field differentials. I feel like they just like smacked home runs. And don't worry, the Giants are already dead. And Spezza, as I said, like he's not what he was. I think he could still be a decent guy in the power play. So, Anders Lee in Chicago. And nobody on Simmons, nobody on Myers. Myers is probably Vancouver. Aho offer sheet to the Habs. Interesting. Anything interesting here? Yeah, 11.642 mil for 7 years for Panarin. Sorry, I've Sorry, I had to do a tweet on Mr. Brandon Tanev. I think Marner may get an offer sheet, but who's going to give up 4 to 5 first-round picks? I don't know, man. But 50 euros. Holy shit. Felix! Dude. Jesus Christ. People are crazy, man. Let me do a few other things here. Doo-doo Da for 2. Do you think the Flyers will play well? If Carter Hart maintains his form, that answer will be yes. I think he will. Jared Johnson for 2. Washington Wizards NBA's Harry Potter house quiz. No, they're called the Avada Kedavra. All they did was bring death. Is Marner staying in Toronto by B-Man Kiki for 279? He may, but it's going to be really ugly. The reason why I think Marner's will be ugly, I think he's represented by the same guys that represented Josh Anderson, Andreas Athanasiou, and Sam Bennett. If you remember those a couple years ago? Look what happened. Lengthy, ugly holdouts. But, I mean, with the offer sheet, let's be real. Who's going to give up 4 to 5 first-round picks? Someone would have to be crazy. Cam Talbot to Calgary. Ooh, interesting. Any plans on a video with the Devils? It depends what they really do. There's nothing really to go on there. Unless their rebuild just falls apart. That's the only thing I can think of. And Jiu-Jitsu 479, Panarin has to start shooting left now in New York. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, with almost 12 mil per year for 7, I mean, he has to perform. But, yeah, it's... Let's take a look here. Any other big signing? Oh, Nathan Beaulieu for $1 million for a year. It's incredible. Patrick Nemeth going to Detroit, which it's not bad. It's depth. John Gilmore for 1 year at $700,000. What a deal. What a deal. Any update on Duchene or Bobrovsky? No, but this bad boy, this is lockout worthy. It looks like we got another signing here, boys. We got another. Michael Del Zaster going to the Ducks. They've learned nothing. They're getting some more dumpster diving. I think this is a good song for some dumpster diving. Felix for 50 euros. Right, the German Discord mod supports this lolcow. I mean, I probably am a lolcow with the way I reacted. Take my money, Yinzer, and beg that the Patriots will have mercy on your soul. No, they won't. They're going to flex all over the Steelers in week 1. Orioles 1997 for $14.99. Thank you, brother. Bigger dumpster fire, Baltimore Orioles or Ottawa Senators? It is easily the Senators because the Orioles, their owner's getting a little senile and might be dying. Also went to Duquesne Law School. Appreciate you, my man. Hey, Duquesne's a pretty good school. Pricey, but it's a good school. Keep on keeping on, you jag off. Go Caps. I liked it until that part. Now, Paul Moriarty for 2. Best team future. Coyote, Dolphins, Jazz, or Red Sox? That answer is Red Sox because they can just throw money at everything. Jordy Ben going to the Ducks. 2 years, $2 million apiece. Bottom 6 or third pairing defenseman, not bad there. I'm waiting to see these contracts because it looks like in the chat everyone's saying Duchene is going for 7, but nothing there yet. Okay. Let's go hunting for some debut updates here. Let's go Mr. Darren Prager. Panarin will be a New York Islander. Nope. Darren Dreger. Tim Heed stays with the Sharks. Oh, here we go. Duchene contract, $28 million in signing bonus money. That's crazy. Year by year total, 10 mil, 8 mil, 10 mil, 8 mil, 9 mil, 6 mil, 5 mil. That's a hefty price tag for Mr. Matt Duchene. But yeah, I think Panarin left some money on the table. But look at all these updates. Bobby Bonilla, Jim Rutherford, I want to see this. This dude's going senile. I bet you any money it's him going senile. Pittsburgh media's already calling Phil Kessel a cancer. He's not a cancer. He's eccentric. The dude was invisible last year, but he's not worth that, man. Yep, Pens fans to Rutherford. See, look, Tanev, it's crazy. Jim Rutherford, Hall of Fame general manager. How did this dude win Stanley Cups on 2 different teams? Yep, team is trending more and more towards the one that missed the playoffs. Yeah, this is why I was definitely afraid of this offseason. Because I knew this was going to happen. I had a list of guys in Brandon Tanev. That's going to be a nope. Because Brandon Tanev, he's a bottom sixer. Yeah, but I mean, as I said, like Achari got $1.5 million, and I think Achari's a better player. Any update here on Mr. Matt Duchene? Here we go. $8 million cap hit for 7 years. Like, I mean, it's not egregiously terrible, but I don't think Duchene was really a need for the Preds. Like I said, they have offensive firepower. Their issue is in coaching. 0 for 15 on the power play is because of coaching, and they kept those coaches. That's their biggest issue. But, I mean, Panarin, that's not a bad get. Not a bad get at all. Ryan Hartman going to the Wild, that's actually a really good signing. $2 million for 2 years. I mean, that is a really good signing. I like that signing for them. Curtis Lazar, he's going to be AHL fodder. Dude never developed. Lottery ticket. That's really about it there. They didn't really need a center, though. Like, I mean, they have Johansson, they have Bonino. So, nothing on Ryan Dzingel just yet. Where's Gustav Nyquist going? I don't know yet. Yeah, as I said, like, Duchene, like, I don't mind the cap hit. Their issue with Duchene is, like, I don't think he's the right fit for the Preds. I just don't know why. But I don't feel that way. Jay for $5. I know this isn't the NHL, but what do you think about Katie, Kyrie, and DeAndre signing with the Nets? That is not supposed to be the music that plays. I mean, I like it for the Nets. I think they have the depth to do it, but it depends how KD comes back. Because Kyrie's going to lead them to the playoffs. DeAndre Jordan's good depth behind Jared Allen, but depends how KD comes back. Jiu-Jitsu, any plans to do a top 10 dumpster fire teams 2019 edition? Maybe, but that takes some time. L. Chris for 2, what's good, Tree? Nothing. Does the Pens signed Brandon Tanev for $3.5 million? Somebody kill me. Chris Lynch for 5. Do you think you'd ever talk college hockey? Big BU guy here. There's not much college hockey around here. That's the problem. I mean, the closest teams are Ohio State and Penn State, and I am never rooting for a Penn State team. I grew up a Pitt fan. Fuck Penn State. Them and Baylor deserve the death penalty. Change my mind. Elia Hennon for 2. Coyotes making the playoffs next season. They need Ronta to be on full potential. Wait. 3 years at 5.5 for Stroman? What? Train guy for $1. Thank you, buddy, but yeah, Penn State does suck. Anton Stroman for 5.5. What? Stroman got a raise in his early 30s? Holy shit, Florida had money to burn. This is why we get lockouts, ladies and gentlemen. We're going right to Lockout City, boys. I'm getting the first bus ticket there. Tucker White for 2 on 1 to 10 scale. How hot is Peter Laviolette's 2019 C? 8. It's very hot. Tucker White, train guy for 5. Any thoughts on Seattle finally getting an AHL team? I think they deserve an AHL team. I think it will be a great market for hockey. The only issue is if the Canucks flip out because it's technically their market. But I think they're a good market for it. Raphael Ledoux for $2 Canadian. Montreal signing Kincaid. Who else? They've been linked to a few other guys. I think they're going big game hunting from all the salary cap they cleared. But not much else there. Andre Shakira for, oh, here we go. Joe Pavelski to the Stars. 3 years, $7 million. That's, it's a lot of cheddar, but I feel like the Sharks should have signed Pavelski over Erik Karlsson. And it's not nostalgia, Joe Pavelski was the heart and soul of that Sharks team. He was one of my favorite players. So this kind of stings. It really does. I mean, that's been linked for a while. I mean, Tampa didn't get him probably because they didn't have the cap, but I mean, take care, buddy. Wish you could have got you a cup there. But, oh well. Sorry, buddy. But yeah, Anton Strowman, 3 years, he's not $5.5 million. Come on. He is not $5.5 million defenseman. That's first pairing material. Strowman's a second pairing. He's going to be on the decline because he's in his early 30s. Jesus Christ. Tyler Ennis, probably minimum fourth liner. Or maybe they overpay him to get to the cap. Maybe. Kenny Agostino, 2 years, $700K. Not bad as a fourth liner. That Shen going to the Lightning for $700K. But yeah, Colton Parayko makes $5.5. Brian Armstrong looks like a genius. But yeah, there's a lockout a-coming, boys. There's a lockout a-coming. Anthony Moyle for $1. Thank you, brother. Do you think Wisconsin needs a hockey team? I think Milwaukee wouldn't be a bad place for a hockey team. I wanted Tyler Myers to be like 7 for 7, not 5 for 6. I wanted to laugh, damn it. But yeah. But let's be real. Oh, Freeway Night. The Pens already did. They already did. Brandon Tanev. Look it up. Tyler Myers to Vancouver. Lockouts, what happens is the owners are tired of spending that much money, and they lock them out. And Corey Perry's going to the Dallas Stars for 1 year, $1.5 million. It's going to be weird seeing Corey Perry in a different uniform. It really is. It's like, it's always like all those last year deals where like they're in a different uniform, Yager with like the Bruins or the Flames, Mike Madonna with the Red Wings. There are so many different examples. Martin Brodeur with the St. Louis Blues. There's probably going to be King Henrik Lundqvist do one more year at some different teams, same as Crosby or Malkin. It's always weird. And it's going to be so weird seeing him not in a Ducks jersey. He's been there for so long. This one bums me out. I was hoping for 7 for 7, but I'm guessing that the Luongo cap throwback, because of the recapture, might have killed it. But it's still an overpay. Tyler Myers he's slow. He's just big, and he does things. So it could be worse, but that's about it. Yep, Daniel Alfredson in the wings. Yeah, it's going to be in which all optimism dies. I'm probably going to have to do that later because Tanev. Yeah, it's a hard no. Matt Duchene has a no movement clause. No. Don't stop Jim Benning. You can't stop Jim Benning because that's what Jim Benning does. The left upright at Soldier Field for $2. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day to you too, my friend. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day to the over 2,300 people watching. That's crazy, man. I didn't think I got this much. I know I had 1,400, 1,300 last year. Now 2,300 for an impromptu. It's not bad. I'll take it. I appreciate all of you for joining by, watching me flip out on, freaking Brandon Tanev. Yeah, I'm the one that, I know, I am crazy. I have an unhealthy obsession. It's a limited no movement clause. Final 3 years with a 17 no movement. Okay, that makes sense. Rustin Puljujärvi. Hold on. I don't want this to be real. They better not be replacing Brian Rust. Brian Rust's speed is an asset. If they trade Brian Rust, I'm going to flip out too. Why? This is no bueno. But the Tanev signing, it's going to be ridiculous. Here. Tanev is an offensive black hole with some defensive upside and a decent shot. He's a bottom sixer. Look at this Look at this isolated impact. -9%. Look at all this blue. The only blue that's good is the ice on NHL 94. I mean, his defense is okay, but they need to, you know... No! No! Oh my god. We traded Mata and Kessel for this. Jesus Christ. It's gonna take me a while to get past this. I'm sorry. Like, that's gonna be a hard no. A forward who could skate, hit, block shots, and yeah, it's another big physical guy that the Pens don't need because they won their cups on speed. They did not win their cups with Ryan Reeves. They did not win their cups with big early 2000s era defensemen and Goodbranson and Jack Johnson. They did not. Cam Talbot to the Flames. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. No, they're not going to fire Rutherford. He's going to be like a GM for life. He's going to be like, they're going to take his brain like in Futurama, and they're going to put it in a hat, and they're going to keep trading him. Hassan Whiteside going to Portland, huh? Ooh, not bad. Train guy for $5. Would it be funny if the Sens win a cup? No, it'd be terrible because Eugene Melnyk deserves nothing good in this life. It'd be good. Wait. Please tell me that's not true. Schultz and Rust for Puyu, Yarvi, and Larson? Please let that be a lie. Wait, Ron Hainsey? 1 year, $3.5 million for Hainsey. Jesus. I mean, well, Senators need to get to the cap floor. That's probably the reason why. That's, yeah. Cam Talbot, 1 year, $2.75. This is the replacement for Mike Smith. He's a backup for David Riddick. Do we have any update on the Bobrovsky contract? No, we do not. We don't have an update on the Donskoy contract or the Nemeth contract. So this is what I'm waiting on right here. This is probably going to be about 8 years at 10. Donskoy, I can see him getting maybe like 3 mil. Yeah, 3. Unless Colorado's gone crazy. I don't know if they did, though. Nothing on Tyler Ennis just yet. Wait. Hold on. I don't want this to be fucking true. This better not be fucking true. Nothing on Justin Schultz yet. Please. Wait, 7 years, 66.5. Goddamn, $9.5 million for Bobrovsky. Holy shit. I think he's the highest paid goalie in the league now, isn't he? Wait, no. Carey Price. Ryan Carpenter to Chicago. I mean, yeah, that's not a bad deal. Ryan Carpenter's a decent bottom sixer. He's a good guy off the bench. Yeah, that's what I thought, Carey Price. But Bobrovsky, I mean, he had a good playoffs. He earned himself at least another $1 or $2 or $0.5 million. And please, I'm just hoping to God that what I saw in that chat is not true, because that's bad. Sad about Pavs, but Meyer's more worth it. Yeah, I mean, Meyer was a critical signing for them. I'd just rather have Pavelski over Carlson, but that's just me. Prozac for $5. Hey, Tree, as a Seattleite looking to get into the sport, who should I be rooting for to get in the 2021 expansion draft? Or is that too far? I think it's too far right now, unfortunately. Because there's a lot more that can happen in the next 2 years, it's too early now. Dukex for $2. So what do you think about the Caps' moves? I think they're mostly bolstering depth. I think they're in trouble only because their core is aging. So, it's, yeah, but... So, James Amadei for $5. Get this, Tree. Brian Rust and Anders Lee were on the same team at Notre Dame and couldn't even make the NCAA tournament. There are a lot of different factors there. I think Notre Dame's in a really competitive division. Plus, I don't know if their goaltending and defense was any good. Yeah, Andrew Shaw went back to Chicago. That surprised me last night, too. How do you feel about Charlotte getting an MLB team? It depends who they get. MLB shouldn't expand. I feel like it would just bloat the team a little more. They were already having trouble with attendance. Tom Sir for $1. Thank you. Taylor Phillips for 2. Wings get Philpilla back for 2 years. So now they're bringing back the gang. So, yay, I guess. Tom Sir for another $1. Thank you. Vladimir Tarasenko for 2 Canadian. What do you think of P.O. Joseph to the Pens? I don't mind it. I mean, they need prospects. If you look at their ranks, they're dead last in the league. So, that's why. How do you feel about the Cats doing an Expos doing that? Pavelski got 3. So, he had a career high there. Got a couple others. Yeah, 3 years at $1 million a year. That's not bad. I mean, you could laugh at the length, but I mean, I find him to be a pretty solid, 12th, 13th forward. I'm cool with that. The Hamburglar has a job in the NHL, probably in their AHL for the Rochester. $700K for a year. Tim Heed back with the Sharks. Valtteri Filppula for 2. So, Filppula going home, yay. It's just because they couldn't get Datsuk. Like I said, I'm really nervous about stuff. Trey Magathan, longtime supporter of the Dumpster Fire. Thank you, brother. Good news, Mr. Tree. My house has finally been sold and I'm moving to Wichita. Ooh, job opportunity there, man? Congratulations, my friend. Side note, the Royals make me want to jump off a bridge. You won a World Series the last couple years. That's all you can say. Hey, what's up, VGK coverage? What's up, Mike Council? And yes, that is Hotline Miami music. Yep, ballbuster Luke Shen to Tampa. Very, very big ballbuster. How's the Canes? They're doing all right there. Like, if we look at our old friend Cap Friendly over here, Vegas Golden Knights still have some moves to make. Yeah, Pens have 1.5. They're probably going to try and free up some space because if you look at their situation, if it loads, I'm surprised the Coyotes are that high up in cap, too. Like, I mean, they took out a lot of stuff there, and there are some teams that need to get to the cap floor. Colorado definitely needs to get to the cap floor, but they have some contracts that need to be extended. The Senators still need to. The Devils, the Panthers threw a shitload of money around. I mean, look at what they signed Bobrovsky and Strawman for, like, ridiculous gun. The Blue Jackets, I mean, they'll probably get it with Murray. The Jets have a lot of work to do still. I mean, they still have Connor and Patrick Laine that are still on the table. I think Laine could get traded, to be completely honest with you. Worst signing so far? It's tough because there's a lot of bad signings. Brandon Tanev's going to be up there, obviously. Carlson, Jeff Skinner. Who else? Strawman's not a great, but yeah. I think I missed a few of these. Yeah, Vladimir Tarasenko. Any chance we get a Leafs Lockout video? It's been on my bucket list for a long time. I'm just waiting. And no. Rutherford's not trading Jack Johnson because you'd have to dangle something to move along with him. So you probably have to dangle a first or Pierre-Olivier Joseph. That's the only way. Best looking team from each division so far. I like what the Rangers are doing in the Metro. I really like the rebuild. Got a good shot in the arm with Trouba and Panarin. So I like that for them. I like... Who would I like in the Atlantic? I mean, Montreal has a lot of speed and promise. Florida, I mean, you always think they'll take that next step. Oscar Fantenberg was a guy that played for the Kings for a couple of years. That's all he did. The Avalanche signed Jonas Donskoy. Yep. I do remember that. Worst sign, but best looking team from the Pacific. I mean, it's tough to tell this early because you need a little more time. 3.9 for 4 for Donskoy. Yeah, that's what I figured. A little high, but I mean, Donskoy, it's not bad for that length. 3.9 for 4. But they still haven't updated Bobrovsky or Donskoy, but we know Bobrovsky's going to get $9.5 million. Oh, man. That's, Big Baby Zubas for $1. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Ooh, did I hear that right? Blue Jackets got Nyquist. Oh, don't worry. Ovi already has technically 3. Because wasn't he drafted in 2004? Yep, that's right, 2004. So he's technically would have 3 lockouts. The Pens might not trade Hornqvist because who's going to take on that contract? It's not looking good because he fell off a cliff, like, physically. And that's what worries me, too. I love Patrick Hornqvist, but the first thing that always goes to physical is physicality. The Devils are always quiet in free agency. Like, for whatever reason, like, ratio is, like, weirdly conservative in free agency. It's a 4 for 3.9. 4 years for Donskoy. But, like, yeah, that's overpayment, but I mean, yeah, I mean, look at the number, look at the market rate. I hate to say it, but yeah, they shuffled everything up here. This broke the market. That's what I firmly believe. This is why, if I can find it here, I mean, they changed up everything around now, so it's like they shouldn't have done that. Marcus Granlund, 1 year, 1.3. Not bad there. Is there anything I really missed? No. Nothing yet there, but it's like 3.9, I want to say. Any way to cheer up a depressed Blue Jackets fan? Somebody said they might have signed Nyquist. It's not bad. Harold Kaufman for 5. Tree won another laugh at the Mets during the 1969 tribute. They mistakenly called 2 former players dead. Yes, I do remember that. It's a little too late to put in the script, but it's hilarious. It's so Mets. You don't even remember if you guys are alive. EXE for $1 Canadian. Thank you, brother, my man. Dayon Le Juan for 50 kroner. Thank you, brother. Greetings from Sweden. Are our beloved Pens going to crash and burn this year? I hope to God not, but it may be. I'm scared. Love your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Elijah Hennon for 2. Which Arizona team does the best next year? I want to say Coyotes. I know it's weird. I'm just saying Coyotes. D-backs are too inconsistent. The Cardinals are still young and their defense is a mess. And the Suns are the Suns. Do you think a Europe division could work in the NFL? Travel, in the NHL, travel would be a major issue. So that's why, unless you develop, like, teleportation, it's not going to work. That's the problem. ECP Music for 5. Love the videos, my friend. My dad and I are huge Blues fans, and we love the Congrats Blues vid you made recently. So thank you very much. Hey, you guys earned it. That's all I'm going to say. Antti Ranta. That's the answer. Over between him and Kemper. Antti Ranta's a game changer if he's healthy. Do we have anything else going on in the market? I said, Justin Schultz better not be traded. I mean, that rumored trade I saw in this chat, that better not be true. How long do you come after my Royals? I don't know. Brian Burke, better than Charles Barkley. Blues going back-to-back. It would be funny if they do. I mean, they have the pieces to do it. If Jordan Binnington plays like he did, still pretty good. Gustav Nyquist, 4 years at 5.5 to the... Wait, is it CBJ or is it Ducks? As it looks like some of you are saying Ducks, some of you are saying about CBJ. Yeah, no, I didn't forget about the Diamondbacks. I think they're inconsistent. So what is it? Is it the Blue Jackets or is it the Ducks? Because I'm hearing both. Yeah, because, like, that looks like, as it looks like it's Blue Jackets, but this says Ducks. I'm going to say Blue Jackets, which, I mean, yeah, like, that's, I mean, it's like, okay, so we got our big first confusion of the day. Is it the Blue Jackets or is it the Ducks? Make up your mind, TSN. That's all I'm going to say. But Steely sent for $1. John Fitzgerald, Gerald McBoing Boing for $1. Thank you, brothers. I appreciate this. Mikkel Halverson for Danish kroner for 20. Since Sweden was in recently, here's Denmark. Salute my European brothers. God bless the hockey world. It's always weird to see people from Europe and that sort of stuff, you know. It's good shit. Amplified Productions for $2. Hassan Whiteside was traded to the Blazers. I'm not surprised. He was a bit iffy, like he's had a lot of issues there, and Miami needed to clear space for Jimmy Butler. Chason for 2 for 2. It's actually, like, you get some decent stuff. Like, Richard Panik for 4, 2.5, that's a bit high, but honestly, I think the best move might not be doing anything at this rate, because would Dzingel ever go to the Canucks? Maybe. It would depend on if he does anything there. But, I mean, it depends on the money. Because Vancouver, the cost of living is pretty high there, especially because of housing prices. And Brett Hull is still drunk. He probably is. I mean, if you saw his parade speech, it's hilarious. Truly hilarious stuff. Train Guy for 5. One more question. Could you do a Lions legacy of failure? Pro Football's abandoned car lot. The Lions are also on my bucket list, too. I just got to figure out the right way to approach them. Yeah, that makes sense. Diabolical plot twist for $2. How long will the Blues core last, in your opinion? They have some youth coming in. Like, you have Klim Kostin still coming in. You have Robert Thomas, Jordan Carew. But, as I said, I think they have a shot at lasting a little longer. I mean, I don't know if they'll be a cup year every time, but I think they'll be in the hunt, at least for a playoff spot every time. They'll be contenders. Project Saint for £1. Thank you, brother. HG Central for $5 Canadian. Looking forward to the eventual Leafs Lockout video. It's very hard to be a fan of Toronto sometimes. Love your videos. Happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day to you friends up in Canada. I mean, at least you have the Raptors. That's all I'm going to say. And I really hope Kawhi signs with you. Because, I mean, I feel like he's a good fit there. What do I think you do? EXE for another $1 Canadian. Thank you, brother. Negro for $2. Interesting name. 2015 World Series aside, can you do a Royals locale video? As I said, I have an idea for the Chiefs, or for the Royals, but I think it's more like a broader idea. You know, the plight of the small market teams in baseball. But 6-foot sniper for $7 Canadian. Any hope for the Canucks in the coming years? I think their young core is really starting to form. Their real future relies on Thatcher Demko. And no, I'm not woke. It's a good name. It's just, you know how YouTube is. You say something wrong, they'll take you down, they'll deplatform you. That's why you get a little crazy about that. That's why. Don't worry, I don't have an issue with the name itself. It's just, you know how it is. The re-education camps are going to come and get me. And then I'm going to have to be, like, brainwashed. I mean, if you see my dumpster fire stuff, I go, like, way off the rails. So that's why. B-Baby Bear for 2. Hey, Tree, can't wait for Days of Our Steelers Season 2. If that happens again, here's what you want me to do. I'm going to lay like this. I want you to take a hammer, just smack it across my head. Wait until the guts are all over this keyboard. That's what's going to happen there. S2K for $2. If Rust were traded, who would you want in return? Rust shouldn't even be traded. Rust is an asset because of his speed. And the Penguins won because of speed. Yep, Sergei Bobrovsky has been confirmed. Richard Panik, 2 years, $2.5 million. Brett Connolly got paid. 4 years, 3.2. Florida's going hog wild again. Be careful. Be careful, boys. They're not learning the same mistakes they made when they went full analytics. I don't like it. I really don't. Because, let's take a look at their, actually, the Penguins cap friendly. Because here's the issue right now. Got to re-sign Bluger. Aston Reese, I mean, you'll get like probably about $1 million. And you're already out there. Marcus Patterson's the big deal. So he'll probably get about $2 million. So they got to move a player or two. And I said, it better not be Schultz. It better not be Rust. This is a good contract. This is not a good contract. Brian Rust has infinitely more value than Brandon Tanev. But let's look at the Florida Panthers right now, because they've signed a lot of players. And the issue now is, like, are they going to have the cap space to sign guys like, see what I mean? Mike Hoffman and Evgeny Dadonov are going to be free agents next year. What do you do about that? Mike Hoffman is a great player. He's going to get, like, you know, in this market, he'll probably get like 8, maybe 9 if he has a career year. Dadonov, he's going to get paid too. He's going to get like 7. Because look at all the markets they're paying. In the cap went down. Mark Pysyk. Bobrovsky. I mean, they still have $20 million to play with, but that's not including the Anton Strawman signing, and that's not including Bobrovsky. So you're going to be at about $5 million cap. And they still have to sign Malgin, McCoshen, and Wheat. Yep, and they still have Bobby Lou, and they bought out Scott Darling. Yep, Panarin, 2 years for Chiasson. Tyler Myers. Elijah Hennon for 2. Will we ever see a House of Cardinals series? St. Louis, maybe, but wait. Hold on. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing on a no movement clause just yet. Yeah, it's all unconfirmed still. It would be painful if they signed him to a no movement clause or modified, because that's no. B-Baby Bear for 5. Thank you for the last comment. I work on Inside for the Pirates, Steelers, and Penguins. We all agree and can't wait for you to do more videos. Hey, man. You work for Root Sports. Nice, man. You do good work there, man. I mean, Root Sports does a good job in general. Random person for $1. Thank you, brother. Yeah, offer sheets aren't real because, let's be real, no one wants to give up 4 first-round picks. Draft picks have far more value than they did in the 90s and 2000s. Excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry. Ugh. Too much talking. Nothing on the trade front just yet. But I like Teddy Bluger. I think he's a guy that would really fit in well on their 4th line. Root Sports has a couple things. Root Sports is like a regional. What it used to be known as is AT&T. I'm sorry, AT&T Sportsnet. Root Sports was their name before. It was there for a couple of years, and then they got bought out by AT&T. That's what happened. Sorry, that's my bad. Yep, Jimmy VC to Buffalo. Yep, it happened in about 11:30 this morning, Eastern time. It freed up the cap space for the Rangers to do this. Sign Artemi Panarin. I mean, Panarin wanted the big city life. And that's probably why Panthers signed Brett Connolly, because they couldn't get Artemi Panarin. How are the Avs doing, in your opinion? I think the Avs are doing okay. I think they overpaid a bit for Donskoy. But, I mean, they have a lot of cap space to burn. They have 17.6 to get to that sort of stuff. So, they have a lot of free agents to sign. They have Kerfoot, Burakovsky, Comfer, Mikko Rantanen. That's going to be the big one. So they need depth. And I mean, 4 for 4 for Donskoy is a bit steep, but it's not terrible because he's still young enough and can produce at a second line level at his best. But yeah, 4, it's iffy. That's what I mean. It's like, I like Donskoy because, like, and yeah, I do know Chisel Adonis. I know of him. I don't know him per se. Like, I know of his work. He does good shit. I've liked the few videos I've seen of him. We're like different styles, but I like what he's doing. I feel bad that YouTube keeps screwing him over, though. Flying Toaster for $2 Canadian. Thoughts on the rumors of the Rays moving to Montreal? If you haven't heard about the Rays, they're moving from Montreal. They're playing their first half of games in Tampa Bay, and then they're moving to Montreal for their second half. So if you remember, Montreal has a terrible stadium called Olympic Stadium. It's even worse than Tropicana. So they're going from a shit stadium to an even shittier one. So I don't like it. Montreal needs their own team. They don't need like a Expos in Puerto Rico 2.0 situation. Thoughts on Andrew Shaw trade from the Chicago's perspective? I think it's stupid because they're trying to bring back the old glory when in reality they should be trying to find their own identity again. Ben Brocksterman for $3. Thank you, brother. Justin Clucky for $5. Love the videos. Urinating Tree. But question for you. With the Wild signings, do they get over the playoff hump now? Their biggest signing is Zuccarello. But, I mean, I think they make a few more moves. I don't know if they have the upper level depth to really get that far. I think they're still like, a first or second round playoff elimination. Yeah, but I did see the Bobrovsky signing. It is mucho ridiculoso. Holy shit! Oh my god! 10 million? What? Florida! No! What are you doing? Let's look at the Panthers signings. You make a good signing in Noel Acciari. Good signing. Brett Connolly, 4 years, 3.25. Not bad. Anton Stroman, 3 years, $5.5 million. Sergei Bobrovsky, 7 years, 10. Florida, no! What are you doing? Look at this, God. You have players to sign. You're gonna sign this, and you're gonna sign this, and this. What? Jesus. Ugh. With a no movement clause. You see, this is why I'm doing this stream. Because of this. $10 million a year for 7 years. And a year the cap goes down. Everybody, we're taking the train on Lockout City. We're lockout every year. We're all fucked. God save us all. I needed this. But yeah. Went down the wrong windpipe. That's what Florida's thinking right now. With a certain $10 million deal for Sergei Bobrovsky. Holy shit. This is why I called this the 2019 NHL free agency shitstravaganza. $10 million for Sergei Bobrovsky is now tied for the highest paid goalie in the league. Andy Andrioff for 2 years to Philly. Good job. Good job, Philly. You didn't overpay anyone unless you paid him like $2 million per year. Good job. Curtis McBackup going to Tampa for 1.3. Maybe he won't let them choke in the playoffs again. Alex Chason back to the Oilers for 2 years at 2.15. He overachieves that much, but, I mean, it's not terrible. Gabriel Dumont for 2 years at $700K. Minor league depth. Maxime Lagacé for 1 year, $700K. It is what it is. Domingue probably goes back. We'll see there. Whew. Conspiracist for 549 euros. Like the name. Would you consider more motorsport locales? I would love to see your take on the likes of Andrea Moda and Colin Cullis' legacy of failure. I'm guessing are those Formula? Because I don't follow Formula that much, unfortunately. Simpson since 90 for $2. I'm already pegging the Sharks to lose in 6. Probably, because they are the Sharks and they choke. Or if it's the legacy of failure, things rings true, they'll probably win a cup because Sharks. Joey Overstreet for 5, coming from a diehard Avs fan. Can you do a legacy of failure for the Avs? No, there's no legacy of failure. You won a cup in 2001. Less than 20 years is not a legacy of failure. Also, maybe one for the Rockies. The Rockies need a little more time, but they're one that could be done because they haven't won one in their time. Tree, Why No Lions? Legacy of Failure by Stephen Lewis. It's, as I said, I feel like I'm waiting for the right moment for the Lions. Because, like, the problem is they're not worth it because they're irrelevant. That's the thing with the Lions. Dodger of Zion, $5. 3 weeks until Canada. I haven't announced it. I'm going to be at Con Bravo in Hamilton in late July. So I'll be there with 5 points. We're probably going to do a dumpster fire stream. It's going to be a shit house. So there's your notice. I mean, nothing crazy there, but I mean, that's what she's talking about. And yes, that is a girl. She said that last year on the stream. I'm like, that's a girl. Yep. Can't wait to buy you a beer and watch you laugh at the Blue Jays. Hey, Blue Jays have the quality of Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Kevin Biggio. A boy named Stu for $5. Does this mean we're naming today to Sergei Bobrovsky Day? Artemi Panarin Day. That's what we're naming this. Or Brandon Tanev Day. Or, let's see here. And, yes, they still haven't updated Gustav Nyquist. Because he's going to Columbus. Not to Anaheim. Yeah, they still haven't even updated Zuccarello. Get your shit together, TSN. It's supposed to be a hockey mecca. Don't make me go to Leafsnet. I hate this web wowzer. It always, like, pops up stuff at the worst times. Yep, FYI, Florida also traded for and bought out Scott Darling. Yep, they did it to get out of the James Reimer contract. And Carolina didn't want to buy out Scott Darling. So Florida is going crazy. Daniel Keeler for 5. Do you think the Canes could make a blockbuster trade? Getting a solid goal scorer is needed. Maybe trade for Laine. We have more than enough D-men. You really need a goaltender. That's what they need. James Reimer's a solid 1A, but he's not a starter. How do you do the voice you do in your videos? Which one? The Mets one? Because, like, unfortunately, as crazy as it sounds, this is my real voice. I hate it. Like, if I could change it, I probably could. Because I hear my editing sometimes, I'm like, oh, I want to punch this guy in the face. So I get it. I completely understand. What does Ottawa have to show for the Duchene trade? They have whatever they got in return for him for Columbus. So they got a first-round pick and 2 prospects. I think it was Jonas Anderson and... Dude, I forgot the other guy. I'll remember it. It's a Russian player. But they're like 2 minor league prospect teams. Ugh. Like, why would you dump money into that and draft Knight? Yeah, that's what I realized, too. They drafted Spencer Knight. I mean, goalies take a while to develop. But, yeah. I have a feeling that Florida may be regretting that in about 3 to 4 years. Vitaly Abramov. That's who I'm thinking of. I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry. It's not even a Yinzer voice. Like, Pittsburgh has, like, this weird, like, accent, and then it sounds like you're inbred. John Sebastian D to the Sabres. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. He was an undrafted free agent. Jason Botterill knows him a lot from Pittsburgh. Probably taxi cab guy between Buffalo and Rochester. Maybe get a spot in the tryouts there. That I can see. But otherwise, it seems like it's quieted down a little bit. But there's still time. I mean, a lot has happened. I'll do a big recap before the end of the stream. It's been interesting. It's been very interesting. And Sharks guy, I like the Timo Meier to the Sharks. That was a good move. What do the Owls do now? Their biggest priority is getting Anders Lee back. That's their biggest. Yep. I think there's going to be some big stuff in probably a couple hours. I mean, the thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be, streaming for it, but like I said, I'm just hoping the Pens don't do anything else stupid, because they did a really big stupid thing earlier today, which I'm not going to mention because fuck it. Fuck it all. Alright. Icy Vegeta for $5. First off, love the channel. Second, how screwed is Durant in Brooklyn with Toxic Kyrie? It depends how he comes back from his Achilles injury. Wait. Hold on. Looks like Thornton and Marlowe going back to San Jose. Looks like a trade's happening. Oh, shit. Sports Talk Connor for $2. Go to a CFL game. I think the plan is we might go to a Jays game. No, Trixie Marlowe is a free agent. He got bought out by Carolina. Kelly Ander, 47 for $2. Likelihood for Crawford to get re-injured, I put it about 70%. Dakota Lind for $5. How do you think the Coyotes will do next season based off the moves they've made so far this offseason? I think, as I said, I thought they would make the playoffs last year. They got really close. I think they might be able to do it this year. It depends on health, because Antti Ranta was their game changer. Darcy Kemper isn't going to go over his head, but that's going to be your big key. Do we have any other big signings I have missed? No. Still no update on Tyler Ennis. It's probably like a year for $700K, but it's probably down there. Nothing on Nemeth either. Ooh. Okay. What we got here trade-wise? Anything surprising going on the trade market here? 2 years, $750K for Andreoff. Vegas signs Patrick Brown to a 2-year, two-way, one-way deal. So it looks like the first year is two-way, the second year is one-way. Might make sense there. Let's take a look-see here. Let's take a look at Mr. Pierre LeBrun. He may have something there. Costins may have something. Bob McKenzie may have something. Let's take a look at all these. Anything going on there? Yep, Stars officially announced full no-trade clause in the first 2 years and then a modified no-trade due to the expansion draft. So, it is what it is. They did the modified so they could probably protect somebody. I mean, if Pavelski falls off a cliff, he's a buyout candidate. Matt Zuccarello has a full no-movement clause plus 10-team no-trade list in years 4 through 5. So in year 3, Matt Zuccarello is going to have a no-movement clause along with Suter, Parise, and a few other guys. So Minnesota might be screwing themselves over again. Did they not learn from Vegas? Jesus Christ. Like, don't get me wrong, Zuccarello's a good player, but a full no-movement clause? But yeah, 7 years at 10? Holy fuck. Sorry, I had to shitpost. Shitposting never sleeps, especially. A lockout's imminent because everyone's signing players to terrible contracts. Jeff Skinner should not be making $9 million per year in this market. Sergei Bobrovsky, $10 million. Crazy. Artemi Panarin, almost 12. It's crazy. But Tyler Kirk for 2. What do you think of Pitt Basketball and Capel? I like what Jeff Capel's doing. I think he's a nice stability for the situation, and I hope he keeps developing the program. Brian Baguette for $2. How do you think the Central shapes up? Go Blues. Central is going to be another dogfight. Nashville and Winnipeg are going to be up there. I think St. Louis is in a good situation as well with their goaltending. Panarin's more like a 10 mil, like a 9 to 10. He's that kind of guy. So, yep, Nyquist is Columbus. Because I know some were saying Ducks, some were saying Columbus. It was weird. Chicago, I think, has a shot if they get their goaltending. Dallas is making moves again. If Ben Bishop stays healthy, I think they're there. Minnesota's in a weird spot, too. So it's going to be very tight, once again. Be wary of it. Daniel Keeler for 5. Mrazek likely coming back, and we have Nedeljkovic has earned a spot as the backup. It's our inability to score that worries me the most. You have some scoring ability. I mean, you have prospects coming through the minor league system. So you at least have that to go on. So I think they're going to be okay there. Yep, here's the fun part by Dahmer Katarina. The Pens have 10.85 tied up in Jack Johnson, Erica Branson, and Brandon Tanev for the next 2 seasons. Over 10% of your cap to those albatrosses. Holy shit. Yeah. William Weiss for 2. Will the Blackhawks trade Crawford this year? I don't know if anyone's going to take on that contract. Let's take a look at our old handy-dandy cap-friendly, because that'll throw us a lot of situations here. Yeah. He has a modified no-trade clause and $6 million. So I don't know if they do. I don't know if they're going to be able to. I don't know if Colin Delia is even going to be ready to take on that sort of responsibility yet. So that's why. Anything on customs here? No. Anything for Bob McKenzie? Yep. Colin Wilson re-signing with the Colorado Avalanche. I wonder how they're going to overpay him. I see at the market rate probably 4. They're crazy, 4.5. I can see that because the market value is getting ridiculous. So watch 4.5. Patrick Brown, Colin Wilson, as I said, watch this because it's probably going to be completely ridiculous. That's all I'm going to say. Wayne Simmons was the guy I thought the Pens would overpay. Pens could still overpay him. You know, because they got to get big and physical. Even though the less speed. Sharks need some good goaltending, please. I mean, Martin Jones is a good goaltender. He's just really inconsistent. The notifications on Twitter trigger me. And they do. I know, because I haven't been able to check because I'm doing a live stream. Yeah. Timo Meier, 4 years for 6. I like that deal. I like the deal for San Jose a lot. Timo Meier is a player on the rise. And that's what. Simmons headed back to LA. Yeah, Wayne Simmons is not what he was. I said this at the deadline. If you're getting the Wayne Simmons of 3 years ago, it's a great deal. But Wayne Simmons now is a shell of what he was. Like, he only scored 1 point in 16 games. I think it was a scratch by the end of his time with the Predators. Because, wait, 1 year, 2.25. That's low. I figured he'd get massively overpaid. That's surprising to me. Belmar to Colorado, 2 years, 1.18. That's once again not bad. Joe Pavelski, I think, is 32-33. It's only 3 years, though, so it's livable at the very least. And I like Jack Scarrett. I like Kemba Walker. I think I'm happy that he got out of the shit show that was Charlotte. So, what's going on with Aho? Hold on. What's going on with Aho? Hold on. We got to get on this case. I know we got 3 different things. Montreal's eerily quiet, and there's a lot of chatter regarding their heavy pursuit of Sebastian Aho. Is Montreal going for Aho? Ooh. This is something you got to watch. I mean, is somebody going to do an offer sheet? Yep. Carolina Hurricanes up their offer 8 years to 7.5. And Aho countered 5 years, 9.5. Yeah, they're not even close. With all the contracts going out, he might get 10. What happened with Corey Perry? Corey Perry is now a Dallas Star. 1 year at $1.5 million. Ed Kraus for $4. Love the channel. Keep it on, my dude. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Paul S. Thoughts on Toronto's moves? They put a steep price in a lot of situations. Marlowe, you had to give up a first four. Zaitsev, you had to give up Connor Brown and take on the pylon known as Cody Ceci, but it had to be done. Marner is their top priority. Total signings, $476 million. That's why you have it. Best way killer, what you think of the Atlantic this year? I think it's going to be really tight. I mean, who the hell knows what happens with Ottawa and Buffalo? Tampa's probably going to do really good and then choke. Montreal is rumored to be contemplating offering Aho $13 million. Holy shit. Corey, Belmar probably for bottom 6 depth. He's a decent 4th liner. Yeah. $13 million for Aho. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, Lockout's definitely coming. This is why I'm doing this stream, folks. Because this $13 million for Sebastian Aho. He's gonna make more than McDavid. Are you serious? What the fuck? Dude, Marner's gonna get 14. What the fuck? And Colin Wilson got 2.6 for 1. It's surprisingly not terrible, but holy shit. Like, so, no. Please. Anders Lee to Vancouver. 8.5? What? 8.5 by 7? Is that a joke? What the fuck? Anders Lee is not $8.5 million. Look, have you learned nothing from Louis Eriksson? Let's take a look at. You have $8 million left. You still have to sign Josh Levo. Hey, look, you have to sign Brock Besser, and you're paying $8.5 million. What the fuck? That better be a lie. That better be a fucking lie. That better have been a false plant. Because if it isn't, Vancouver fucked themselves. Dodger of Zion for 5. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a tire fire will the Metro be this year? I don't think it's going to be that much of a tire fire. I mean, you're going to get like random teams that come out of nowhere, and the Pens are probably going to fall to shit. Speaking of which, oh boy, yeah, for $2, if Russ gets traded, I'm killing GMJR myself. I would agree with you. Fuck everything. William Weiss for 5. Hold on. Do the Blackhawks re-sign Crawford at anything over $2 million after this year because of his injury history? I don't know. I think he goes elsewhere. But yeah, I mean, as I said, nothing's confirmed yet, but if that is true, I don't know. What the fuck? $9 million for Anders Lee. And this was 4 hours ago. So here's who's still available. Anders Lee, Mojo, Jake Gardner, Robin Lehner, Semyon Varlamov, Anton Strawman, Wayne Simmons, Michael Furland, Derek Brassard, Brian Boyle, Ryan DeZingle, Patrick Maroon, and Ben Hunt. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is proper music because everyone just like jumped up. Like groups went up from 1975. Yeah, it's hilarious because like the world is dying. Hockey is dying. Well, not hockey, the NHL. Because, dude, I'm not seeing anything yet, but if that rumor is true, it makes no sense. Grenadarian for 2, Matt Mooneyham for $199. Carolina could be a dark horse contender next year. I see that too. I mean, they did well. Titan Eyes for 2. How'd you like Miller Park in your vacation? I liked really good. I thought it did well. Like I liked Miller Park. That's why Hockey Guys stream ended. So, welcome to all of you that have joined the stream. So, I appreciate y'all for the extra time. So, all that's really happened is me going crazy about certain hockey moves, and Brandon Tanev. Yeah, Brandon Tanev. That happened, and I really should change this shirt. This is bad luck. And Jack Danaher, the music is Metal Gear Solid 5. It's shoot, I forget the name. Sins of the Quiet Theme and Sins of the Father. That's the name. James Amadei for $5. How long until we have the lockout tree? I mean, the CBA expires in 2022, if I believe correctly. So that's going to be the issue there. It's going to take a little bit. James Sylvester for $279. If Aho gets 13, I'm going to cry. If Aho gets 13, I'm going to flip shit. That's going to be crazy. Ed Krause for $2. Lockout City, here we come. Yeah, we're getting a straight-up bus to Lockout City. That's what's happening. And Gorilla Face for €5. What do you think will happen if Aho, asking as a Finn, better open up a beer and follow this? But yeah, Aho's going to get paid, and it's going to be, yeah. Well, Aho is not worth $13 million. What would you rather take? Would you rather take Aho at $13 million or Connor McDavid at $12.5? That's why. Cheers from the Czech Republic, Zbigniew Skolina, another Czech guy. So we have a Dane man, a Swede, Czech, with German. So we got some Europeans here, man. Appreciate all y'all, especially on the other side of the board. Christian Hunt for 2. Jumping in my Scioto as my CBJ gets rated. You did get Gustav Nyquist, so it doesn't hurt all that much at the ending. Yeah, Aho should not get 13. He better get like 10. I mean, 10's still a bit steep for Aho. But 13? If he gets 13, holy shit, Montreal is trading their next draft picks. Yeah, Jeff Finger, that's the big one. Jeff Finger was one of the greatest overpayments in Maple Leafs history. One good year, he gets 4 years, $14 million. got like 2.5. Tyler Avon for 2 is ready for a lockout, not me. We've had enough lockouts in our time. Zachary Harden for 10. Who do you think won free agency and who lost it? It's too early to tell who won, but I can tell you who lost. The NHL. Because now you've just upped the value of everything else. If you're paying Brandon Tanev, bottom sixer, $3.5 million. Sergei Bobrovsky gets 10. Artemi Panarin around 12. You've boosted the value of everyone else. So Marner, it's going to get ugly. Going to get very ugly. Sebastian Aho could be getting ugly. Braden Point could be getting ugly. Patrick Laine and Kyle Connor. You're going to get some desperate GMs out there. Oh, yeah, and Nate Prosser got signed for $700K. Curtis Gabriel for $700K. A couple minor signings there. And Luke Johnson, 2 years, $700K. So we're in a bit of a tailspin right now. Elijah Hennon for 2. How much will Lee make over how many years? Apparently there was something in the chat said 8.5 for 7. But at that rate, I mean, I'm not hearing anything until later, but that better not be. I'm waiting until official confirmation. But, like, none of that makes sense. And Robert wrote this song is called Sins of the Father from the Metal Gear Solid 5 soundtrack. And all this stuff I'm playing in the background is stuff I've played in my videos over time. So, like old archives I've done. Yes, it is Sins of the Father. Yeah, the only sensible signing has been Zuccarello. I mean, Pavelski wasn't bad either because the term was short. Like, I kind of like the Ryan Murray. Elfrid Payton to the Knicks. Play the Brass Bonanza. Maybe if Aho gets signed to a ridiculous contract. Yes, it was the first year of McDavid's contract. Let's do this for comparison. And remember, I bitched at the Leon Draisaitl contract. This looks like a bargain now. That aged poorly. Because I thought he broke the league, but 8.5 for what he is now? That's fair value. That's lower than fair value. So, Connor McDavid, you're getting him at 12.5 in his prime. But Artemi Panarin's at 11.7. What would you rather have? Would you rather have this for his prime? Or would you rather have an older Artemi Panarin at 11.6 for 7 years? And it's probably a no movement clause too. I'm sorry, I'd rather have McDavid. I'm still waiting on a lot of other stuff. Looks like we're getting some updates on Anders Lee. Anything here? Yeah, I mean, if Anders Lee gets $9 million, I don't know. But yeah. It's getting a little quiet now. JF Berube to the Flyers, $700K. So, we have a little time. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard is going to the Vegas Golden Knights. Kawhi Leonard to the Royals. And Tim Heat for $1 million, that's not bad for like a depth defenseman. Master Troll, it is some nice lint. I forgot to shave. It's like a 5 o'clock shadow. Otherwise, if I don't shave, I look like I'm 12. That's why. I appreciate, I like my pubes. Thank you very much. At this rate, it's going to be the official song of the NHL right now. Adam Nichols for $2 Canadian. How will the Winnipeg Jets do this season? Probably playoffs. I don't know what else gets. Conley for 3.5 isn't bad. Yeah, Anders Lee's like 6.5 I'd be good with. Not 9. Everyone's getting $2 million per year too much for 2 years too long. Michael Hartman for $2. Thoughts on the Blackhawks move so far? They got slower on defense, and they brought back an old face in Andrew Shaw. I don't know why, but I don't know. Keegan Alba, Pavelski's 34 going on 35. I didn't realize he was that big. Oh, shit. But, as I said, that's why the term was short. So, it's not a huge risk, but he'll drop a bit. Wait. Are Sharks going to sign an UFA? Probably not, because they're kind of hit to the cap. So, they're not going to be able to. Yeah, Timo Meier was a really good deal. Like, they do have some good stuff. Mikkel Halvorsen for 20. Danish Kroner franchise hockey manager is at 50% off on Steam. Nice. Like, I haven't had time to play, like, any of those games. Like, I've played franchise hockey manager a lot. I like Eastside Hockey Manager, too. Like, they're good text-based sports managers. Out of the Park Baseball is really good. I'd play them on here, but the problem is I don't know if they're viable for streaming. They're more like single-player situations. And Kawhi to the Flyers, 13 years, $150 million. If Paul Holmgren was still GM, that probably would be a scenario. Yep, Kevin LeBank's going to be their big situation. That's why I don't think the Sharks are going to be like huge on the free agent market per se. But yeah, the big scenarios right now, Sebastian Aho, the big one right now, Anders Lee. These are the two you've got to worry about right now. I still heard like a little rumbling about Brian Rust. It better not be Brian Rust. But that's what I'm worried about. Nothing yet on Aho. Yet on that. Did Gus Snow get back in the Islanders building? Yeah, we're waiting on the Islanders. I think they K for Lee. How long do you think Stevie Y? It's going to take a couple years because I still have to work out those bad contracts. Kevin LeBanc is not getting 10 years, $100 million. It'd be hilarious, but he's not. Anders Lee, the Colorado Claus. Yeah, I do not like the fact that Brian Rust will not be a Penguin. That is terrible. I do not like that at all. Aho to CBJ, Sebastian Aho for $1.5 million for 16. Bobby Bonilla day. Bobby Bonilla was an old Pirate. Where do you think Nyquist is? Gustav Nyquist signed with the Blue Jackets. And $700K for Spezza because Spezza took a hometown discount with the Maple Leafs. And yes, Fegeli Couture should be the C. I think he really earned the C with the way he performed in the playoffs. I think he's definitely worthy of the C. Dude, I wish I signed a 10-year, $100 million deal. Wouldn't have to worry about this. I'd just shitpost the whole time. Oh, dude, I wish he got traded for Brock Besser. Tim Tebow. What's a good price for Bennington? It depends how he keeps doing. If it's just 1 year, I'll probably get a bridge. If it's longer, I can see him getting a really huge long-term deal. Dude, if the Blues can offload Jake Allen with no repercussions, that's a great deal for St. Louis. Even if it's just for Saku Manalainen. No second Puri, both re-signed with Vegas. It's fair enough. Problem is now it's just like everything is just like everyone's losing their mind. Korpisalo, he hasn't really developed. The real goalie you should be paying attention to is Elvis Merzlikins. That's the guy. And Brendan L., if Bennington is a one-hit wonder, he did well. He won a cup. No one's going to take that away from him. That's all I'm going to say. Hold on. Adam Nichols for $5 Canadian. What is your thought on Talbot and Smith switching cities? I feel like it's just a swap of backups. Cam Talbot, like, burned out. I think he might do okay behind Riddick. Mike Smith is very inconsistent. But, like, as I said, like, it's just more like a backup for backup situation. Jack Dolan for 2. James Dolan should have had the Rangers draft Zion. No, they should have had the Rangers sign LeBron James. That's what should have happened there. Maybe they would have had more success. Pizza Man 9780 for $2. Can we see an LA Clippers legacy of failure? This is an interesting one because, like, they've been a huge request, but I know, like, there was a I think it was like Mike Korzemba did one of them that I felt went into good detail. So the way I see it, I need to differentiate from that video before I do that. That's why. I'm kind of hesitant on the Clippers. Elijah Hennon for $2. I hear California or Arizona might move to Houston. I know Arizona, I heard, might move to Houston, but I think they got sold to a new owner, and I think they're staying. Wayne Simmons to New... Tanner Bond. I didn't mention the Connor Ingram trade. Connor Ingram's a steal because he fell out of favor with Tampa Bay. That was the issue. They had this huge blow-up in the AHL. He got sent down to the ECHL. But Wayne Simmons to New Jersey. Riley Barber, no sec. But if Wayne Simmons to New Jersey is going to be a big one, this might be an overpayment, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even New Jersey going black. New Jersey's going big and physical. And 1 year, $5 million? Jesus. Wayne Simmons is not worth $5 million. Come on. Thought he got like 4. That's not... Yeah, no. Even for 1 year, that's an overpayment. Wayne Simmons is not what he was. I've been telling you this. His body's falling apart on him. I mean, at least it's only 1 year. That's the only good thing. I mean, if it were longer term, it'd be ridiculous. But $5 million, that's bad, but at least it's only 1 year. And Rockstar Maniac, the Haters Guide to All-Star, I like to do it around the All-Star break. So, Simmons, it could be worse. I don't like the average annual value, but it's only 1 year. So, okay. Anything else happen? Let me see if there's any trades. Everything's in that quiet little stage, before the invasion. But Jude Kim, yes, I did hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Yeah, was killed by his apprentice in his sleep. Ironic. I know the Devils have $20 million in cap. I feel like they just overpaid for a guy that's probably not going to do anything for him this year. That's why. As I said, it's only 1 year, so not a huge deal. And I feel like with D'Angelo Russell, I feel like once Kyrie was confirmed, I feel like he was gone. I mean, I'd rather have D'Angelo because of his youth, but Kyrie's still pretty good. Andre Shakiro, 1.5 for 1 year. Jaskarit, I was thinking about maybe doing an NBA free agency video, only because just to laugh at the Knicks. Dylan Manzovich, I know that you love Ace Combat. It's not a bad series. What Canadian team wins the Stanley Cup next? If I were to put my money on it, probably the Maple Leafs. Maybe. It's such a crapshoot, though. That's what I'd say. Yeah, 1 year, $5 million. This is not good, but this is tolerable. I mean, I was worried he was going to get 3 or 4. But I think he did a prove-it contract. So it's medium risk, high reward if he can get back to that old form. Also, happy Canada Day to the friends out in Canada. Stephen V for $2. Say something nice about Filppula in the wings. I mean, he might be okay in the bottom 6, but I guess that's it. It's okay. Daniel Keeler for $5. Am I allowed to freak out over Aho? Yes. Decline 7.5 for 8 and counter with 9.5 for 5 with Montreal breathing down our necks. Apparently the rumor is they might be pondering offering $13 million for Aho. Bulls are paying Tomas Satoransky 3 years, $30 million. $10 million for a backup guard? Jesus Christ. Gazer Pop. Gazer Pazorp. $5.20 for $2. What does Trouba get and what do you think of the cap? I think Trouba would probably... $7 or $8 million. I can see him getting that. I mean, with the money coming around next year, crazy. And I think I did see like a question: should the Sabres trade Rasmus Ristolainen? I think they're trying to. So, like as I said, there's a lot of stuff that's starting to come around. It's getting quiet, but at the same time, a lot that's happening. Yeah, I can see that 7.5 for 7. Girardi to the Flames. I can see that, but not for 6 years. Bailey Leisure for $2. Thoughts on the Coyotes offseason? Send me hate. Yes, somebody has overpaid Tyler Myers. It is the Vancouver Canucks. It's not the ridiculous 7 or 8 as first thought. It was... Where the hell is it? They swapped it up. Trying to figure out where the hell they put him. Oh, Kevin Gravel, 1 year, $700K for a minor league contract. Where the hell is that deal? Here we go. 5 years, $6 million. So he did get overpaid, but it wasn't the massive overpayment we were all feeling. I was worried it was going to be like 7 for 7. So Daniel, LA's not going to do anything because I don't know if they have the cap room to do it. That's the problem. Bailey Leisure, thoughts on the Coyotes offseason? I mean, I think Phil Kessel will do well with Rick Tocchet. I mean, they still have work to do. Their key is going to be health. So that's going to be the issue. Yeah, Bobby Lou retiring prevented that. How much did Pavelski get paid? 7 years for 3 years, $7 million. So 21 mil. And Ilya Kovalchuk, yeah, that's a bad contract. I don't have Sweet Victory. I don't know why. Mr. Rossetti, they signed Gustav Nyquist. Lightning got Braden Shen. Do you think the Wild would trade Zucker? They should trade Zucker. They've tried trading him like 5 times. He was nearly traded to the Penguins. I mean, it should be smart if they did. Pizza Man 9780 for $10. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Elysian 716, thoughts on Jimmy Vesey to Buffalo? 5 words. Don't forget, you're here forever. If you remember correctly, he was had the negotiation rights with Buffalo, and then he chose to go to New York. Yeah, Lightning didn't get Braden. Donnie, Tanev's probably going to get like 3rd or 4th line minutes. He's a bottom 6er. Is Braden Point going to re-sign? Probably, but it's going to be ridiculous. Remember when Schlosser used the game modifier and made gaming videos? No, do you remember when he used to rip off the Angry Video Game Nerd? There's a lot of that. What should Montreal do this offseason? Apparently, they're trying to go after Aho. Blues just signed Nathan Walker. The Australian-born Nathan Walker. Sleight of hand, I wouldn't be happy for Carlson. He hasn't been healthy, and you paid him $11.5 million. S2K for $2. Is Jack Johnson worth a bag of chips? No, you'd have to pay a bag of chips. Here we go. Montreal apparently just sent their offer sheet for Sebastian Aho. Here we go. Here's the big part. The Canadiens have offer sheeted Sebastian Aho. I think this is the first offer sheet we've had in a while, haven't we? Ooh. This is interesting. But we'll take a look. Wait, did someone say Pat Maroon for 5 years? Hold on here. We'll take a look. Paul S. for $5 Canadian. How long until the modern Leafs legacy of failure? It's time for something beautifully cathartic after all the mass disappointment over the last forever. The Maple Leafs have been on my bucket list for a long, long time. Did someone say? Hold on. Let me look this up. Patrick Maroon. I'm not seeing anything on Maroon just yet. But apparently, he may be getting signed to, yeah. Yeah, O'Reilly was the last one, and then what happened with O'Reilly was they would have had to give up all those draft picks, and then because of a loophole, they would have had to expose them to waivers if Colorado didn't match. 5 years, $15 million for Maroon? Why would you give Maroon 5 years? What the fuck? GMJR speaking to the media? Yeah, he's probably going to reveal himself to be Eddie Johnston. That's what's going to happen. Or Craig Patrick. That's what's going to happen. Scary Lapis for $279 Canadian. Thought of Edmonton getting out of cap hell so far? I mean, they're still kind of in it. But at the same time, I mean, they don't really have much maneuverability. In Shakira, you're going to deal with that buyout for a while. Lucic, no one's going to take on that contract. So they're going to be in trouble for at least still a couple of months. They've got to build the system back up. Jack Dolan for $4.99. Who will be the best division in hockey? I think the Metro, but they just all beat up on each other so much. That's a tough question. I think it would be the Metro or the Central. I think they both would be really good. Oh yeah, Flames are going to be stuck with Neil for a while. They'd have to dangle something else to go along with him. Mike the Czar for $2 Canadian. Zook to the Wild, 5 years for $6 million. Love your videos. That's one of the more reasonable signings out there. Like, for whatever reason, the TSN tracker has Zuccarello to the Stars. And Jujhar Khaira for 2 years, 1.2. He's probably the only decent bottom sixer that Edmonton has, so it's okay. Yeah, they finally updated Nyquist to the Blue Jackets. And Zuccarello to the Wild. They finally updated those. Good work, TSN. Good work. Nathan Walker to the Blues, 2 years. Tryout contract. Jonathan Boudreau for $2. Thumbs up or down on Rangers offseason so far? Thumbs up. I like what they did for Trouba. Depends how much they sign him. Panarin, the contract, I mean, the term's really steep, but you get a game tape. Space Cow, yeah, I'm probably pissing off everybody. Hold on. See here. Apparently, Drouin, Suzuki, and picks for, left-handed defenseman. It's nice. But yeah. 5 years, $15 million for Maroon. No, nothing on Lee yet. I thought, like, there was something up there for Vancouver, but it's like, apparently he might be getting $9 million, which is holy shit. Tyler Ennis, 1 year, $800K. Yeah, they did. I mean, they almost did. I mean, yeah, cap sign Garnet Hathaway, 4 years, 1.5. Where do you think Lee will go? I mean, he'll probably go back to the island, but at a ridiculously inflated height. The problem with Maroon is he's inconsistent, and he has a game that doesn't age well. That's the problem with Maroon. So 5 years. Oh, the Oilers get their next player they're going to, like, rip under the bus. Last year, Tobias Reeder. This year, probably Thomas Yurko. Yep, 1 year, $5 million for Wayne Simmons. Elijah Hennon for $2. How long will Ottawa be in the basement? They need some goaltending and defense. They have pieces, but it's going to take a while, probably another year or two. Why am I here for $2? Any picks for Super Bowl contenders next season? Well, football question. I mean, I said, like, I'm trying to think. Colts I can see do well. Browns, Steelers, Patriots. Browns, like, are very boomer bust. If they do their best, they are Super Bowl contenders. If not, they're the brownsiest brown to have ever been browned. I would say probably Saints, maybe, if Drew Brees doesn't fall off. Rams, maybe. I'd say there's so many things that can happen. That's the problem. Jack Dolan for $2. Jeff Gorton has been a big improvement over Sather. In terms of free agents, easily, yes. Glenn Sather's biggest thing was always getting out of those terrible contracts that he signed. He was a genius at that. Hosa Hunter, 22 for $1. Thank you, brother. Nothing on the trade front. So, yeah. Anders Lee is your biggest free agent available, and he's going to get a massive, massive pay raise. Mojo's still available, too. He'll probably get a pay raise. Jake Gardner, he's licking his chops. Robin Lehner, he's going to get a... I mean, look at what Bobrovsky got. If someone sees that year by Lehner and throws that much money at him, holy shit, he's going to get paid. Anton Stralman, he got a raise for being injury prone. Think about that. Wayne Simmons got a raise for a year. Michael Furlan's still available. He's prime overpayment material. Same as Dzingel. Tanev got massively overpaid. Donskoy, I mean, he got like a big payment too. Colin Wilson took a pay cut, which surprises me there. Ainsley got a pay raise. Ben Hutton's still available. Pat Maroon apparently is getting 5 years. Just holy shit. Way to overpay for a Stanley Cup goal. Yeah, nothing yet on that front. Stupid, I didn't want this out. Thank you. JL for $1. Thank you, brother. Nick Crawford for $5. And does Philip Rivers retire if he doesn't take home a ring? I think he goes a few more years. And Hosa Hunter for another $1. Thank you, brother. Apparently the Flames signed Maroon. Ooh, the Habs offer sheet at Havo for... Wait. Hold on. Let's take a look here. But yeah, if... Holy shit, if that's true... Hold on. Yeah, I think... Excuse me. They made the offer sheet, but I'm waiting for the official, confirmation. Because if that guy's... if the comments are true, if it's 11.5... Holy motherfucker. Tony Harrop, what do you think is an appropriate contract for Maroon? 2 years. 3 isn't bad. I'd go 2.5 for 2. 3 years tops. 3 for 5, $3 million for 5 years, that's way too much. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I mean. If that's a hoax, that doesn't make sense for 4 first rounders. I mean, well, he's not going to be Neil 2.0 because he's making less. He'll be like mini Neil. Yeah, I mean, if Montreal signs Aho, they're going to be giving up a lot of cash. If it's 11.5, 12. I said, it's just the problem is I don't have time to really look, so is it Colin Wilson's back with the Avalanche. He took a pay cut to go back there. Yeah, it looked like it's getting a little quiet right now. But so far, it seems like we're in a decent... Right now, yeah, 750 for Jerko. It seems like it's still kind of quiet-ish. I mean, we did have some big stuff happen. If you're into NBA news, Hassan Whiteside's going to the Trailblazers. From Mo Harkless and Myers Leonard. So, not bad. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like everyone's just playing chess right now. Habs and Isles battling for Lee. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, like, people are going crazy. Host a Hunter for $2. Thoughts on Tanev to the Pens, late to the party? Here's my thought. Kill me. Just kill me. That's a terrible contract. If you go back earlier, I'll probably make a separate video. I flipped the fuck out on it. But, all right. Well, Yep, 2,000 other people right now. Yep, that's pretty much what we're waiting on right now. I said, I appreciate all of you that stuck around. It's crazy. Mark Bergloff for $5. How about a legacy of meh for the 30th anniversary of the last time the A's were actually good? They were good a couple years ago, but like I said, there's like so many options for Aho sheets. Aho 9, I'd be okay with giving Aho like 7.5 to 8. Phoenix, have a good night, brother. I know you have a lot of Europeans, but like, you know somebody's gonna go crazy. You're just waiting for the first one to blink. That's what you're waiting on right now. No, I don't need this. I was doing some research on like other stuff. They were like rumors for guys. Oh, you're in Japan. Shit. Yeah, that's what I mean. Pavelski's wasn't a bad deal. Islanders go for Mojo. I think they want to try and go back for Anders Lee. I think that's going to be the key. Connor, Phil Kessel was going to be a good one. Like, I feel like he'll do well with Rick Tocchet. He did his best with Rick Tocchet. Yeah, Aho's not going to get 7 years, 9.5. He's going to go short term. The Matthews deal is going to be the place setter there. 5 years so they can get another big deal later on. Delta 134041 for $2. Bears Super Bowl next year if Trubisky develops. Maybe. Yeah, if Alpha gets auto sheeted for 9, it'll be a first, a second, and a third, which is steep but isn't terrible. But the problem is, I think the Hurricanes would match that offer. I think they're going to go steeper. Matthews is a good deal for Matthews because you get money now, plus you can get a big contract 5 years down the road. Ryan Harrell for $5 during 2018 Eastern Conference Finals. I lost a lot of money on a Tampa Bay boner. I'm sure it was bigger than yours, and since then it's been rough. How do I recover? Well, first thing you do is you get yourself overly hyped for their season. You see all the talent you have on their roster, their scorching power play, Vezina Trophy winning goaltender. Get 62 in season. You march into the playoffs, and then you get swept by Columbus. You turn into the laughingstock of the league. And it seems like they've learned up. Wait. S2K, JR press conference says our defense is solid. What? Did you not see how you were getting burned in the Isles series? What the He's losing his mind. Really? No. Luke Hebert, what place will the Penguins be in the Metro next year? Probably fucked. Troy Brouwer, yeah. Not there. So far, everything looks like it's quiet. But that's what I mean. It's still kind of... Pittsburgh's going to the lottery, yeah. And they'll probably win the lottery and get Alexis Lafreniere. That's probably what's going to happen. It would be hilarious, and it would be full of bullshit. Cody Cece's to the Maple Leafs. I wish Cece were going to the Penguins, and I'd flip out more. Odem, Pittsburgh sports, yeah, our time's up. I mean, Look at the last 15 years. We've been kind of spoiled. I mean, except for the Pirates. They got screwed. But, 2 Super Bowls and 2 Stanley Cups. Well, 3 Stanley Cups. Sorry, I forgot 2009. 5 points, Vince. Hey! How you doing, brother? Rangers offseason greater than the Pens. No shit. You got Panarin and Jacob Trouba. We got Brandon Tanev. There he is. There he is. Yep, here come the Bald and the Daniel Jones picks. Yep. Speaking of which, we're going to be doing a little dumpster fire later tonight at 9, including the Tuesday one. So, you want to join us there? We're probably going to be talking more hockey, me flipping out, him celebrating the glories of Artemi Panarin, our Lord and Savior. And me, I'm going to die. That's what's going to happen. Anything on the Aho here? Ooh, a fake account. Fake Pierre LeBrun. He's trying to be Sports Talk Barry. Good stuff. Yeah, looks like, there's still rumors of offer sheets, but nothing yet. I said, it's just like, it's that quiet little eye of the hurricane. You're just waiting for something to really strike. David Sakov, did the Pens get screwed, or the Preds get screwed? I mean, they get screwed on that, but I mean, at the end of the day, it would have gone to OT, so who the hell knows? And yes, Sports Talk Barry did get banned from Twitter. It's a terrible site. You can't shitpost on Twitter anymore. It's terrible. CSGO, no. They're not trading for CC. Come on. Remember, our defense is our strength. I'll believe it when I see it. Thoughts on the Stars' forward depth? They have issues, but I feel like they need more of their youth to really develop there. CSGO Chicken, I mean, Maple Leafs already signed CC, and I don't think they're going to flip him that ridiculous. But yeah, there's a lot of bad contracts coming out there, man. Elijah Hennon for 20. I have a suspicion that Arizona is cursed. Just one World Series win, no Super Bowl wins, cups, or NBA championships. At least we have our WNBA team that nobody knows or cares about. Pittsburgh seeped any success from Arizona after Card Pit. No, it happened after that San Antonio Holmes catch, and everything died. The ballpark was suspect. Oh, he's talking about the London games. William Wise for $5. I guess that's payback for the Giants draft reaction. I mean, probably. But it was hilarious. Sports.Connor, Barry is back at Dr. McCockiner. Yeah, I did see that. But he'll probably be banned again because Twitter. That's why. I thought CC got a contract offer, 1 year, 4.5. He got that qualifying offer. Oh, big one. Tyler Witherspoon, former Flame, 2 years, $700,000 a year. Got some big moves coming, boys. Michael Williams for $5. Sharks turning into guppies here. They don't have the cap room. They made a good deal for Timo Meier. Their big deal is Kevin LeBanc. If I had to defend one, it'd be the Kessel trade. They at least got a decent return on that one. Yep, the Sabres picked up the Hamburglar. How much do I think Braden Point will get? Dude, minimum 8. 8 mil for 5. Minimum, and then start from there. That's what's going to happen. Do you think the Pens could buy out Johnson and Goodbranson? No, they're buyout proof. You'll be paying them off for the next 8 years. They're not going to do that. They like their big speed and youth, physicality. But yeah, Braden Point, I mean, if like Aho, the rumors are true about the buyout rate, he's going to get like 10. Marner, as I said, like people laughed at me when they thought I was going to get 12 to 13 million. But he's probably going to get 12 to 13 million. TR said he is comfortable with our defense, so you're looking at Letang, Juma. Yeah, that's a slow D. And then Ruedel is the 7. That's going to be a hard no. Yeah, I know. I'm still continuing. I can't believe it's already been 2.5 hours. The time has flown. Holy shit. Walkbar Micro for $1. Thank you, brother. Trey Magathan for 5. As a Chiefs fan, should I buy Madden 20 if the last Madden game I've purchased was Madden 12 and Mahomes is the first Chiefs color athlete? I haven't bought a Madden since like 05, 06. I haven't really played Madden in a long time. I never really liked the Madden series. I liked NFL 2K. That's my issue there. But like, I mean, if you want to go for it. Ashton Jacks for $4.99. Maroon leaving St. Louis kind of opens the door for young guys like Jordan Carew and maybe Klim Kostin to play this year. That's why I probably don't think they wanted to re-sign him. I mean, he gets his cup, and then he's probably going to get paid in Calgary for a ridiculous term. Oh, Andy Walensky, 1 year, $750K. At this rate, we're just playing the waiting game right now. Nothing on Aho. Yeah. And here's the big news. Artemi Panarin, New York Ranger, the bread man. Brendan Tanev going to the Penguins. Oh, here we go. Sean Gentili. When the specifics of the Brandon Tanev contract started leaking out on Monday afternoon, 6 years and an average annual value of $3.5 million in the first hour of NHL free agency, it's hard not to think about talking about fucking climate change. Really? That's weird. That's not a good comparison. More than 70% of the world's carbon emissions come from 100 corporations. It's not a climate change thing. But Michael Williams for $5. I feel the Devils are trying to return to the Elias Gomez. How did I not say Elias correctly? Gomez glory. I like the signings they are doing. Thoughts? I feel like they paid too much for Wayne Simmons, even though it's 1 year. Not a fan of that. So, I mean, Subban, at least they're that. That guy, 1001000 for $5. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day Schlosser. Are you ready for NHL 20 to be a massive disappointment, just like its cover athlete in the playoffs? True. And yes, unfortunately, this is my real voice, FJG. It's not good. Sorry. Yeah, it sucks. Sorry. Have we anything else? Yep, Sammy Blay confirmed 1 year, $850. Definitely earned it from that cup run he had. I think he gets a regular spot on the roster now. Yeah, there's going to be like, you're just waiting for the one part to blink. How much do I think Mikko Rantanen gets? I definitely see him, with some of the money thrown around, probably like 9. Just screen Pittsburgh window closes. Oh, it's closing. It's definitely closing. Tucker White 94 for $2. Not hockey, but too early hot take on the Titans. Marcus Mariota's too injured to do anything properly, and you're not doing. What website are you doing for the recent signings? Timeless line. I'm using TSN for them and the trade tracker, but nothing's happened on the trade front. So, we're looking at our old friend Cap Friendly. Yep. Yeah, this is 68 signings, $527 million. And a $152 million cap hit. Jesus. Yeah, Vegas needs to shed. Penguins need to shed. Yotes probably need to shed. Oh, yeah. They probably do because, I mean, they probably have to hold pat. They're still paying out Ribeiro. Damn. I didn't realize they're still paying out his buyout. Jesus. Okay. Dallas is at the point. Edmonton's still kind of in that cap hell. Florida is like near strap now because 4.8. Because of all those big contracts they just signed. Capitals still 4. Nashville at 5. Detroit at 5. Detroit's at 6. There's some in like in decent position still. San Jose still has to sign the bank, and that's probably going to take up a lot of their space. Tampa Bay needs more money, so they're probably going to have to give up something else. Same as the Canucks with Besser. Unless they want to be stupid and sign Anders Lee. It's always possible. New York Rangers, they're doing okay. The Leafs, they're going to need more because of, let's be real, you'd still have Marner. So they need to give up more. They'll probably trade Kadri somewhere. Hurricanes still need to offer. And Montreal has the money to play. But if 13 million, I don't know, man. Like, they still have 11. And they still have to pay Lehkonen, Hudon, Armia. So, like, they would have to give up somebody. They'd probably be trading, like, plus, you have to sign Domi. Tyler Dawson, for £2, you previewing the Premier League this year? I don't know enough about it, unfortunately, to really do it. So that's why Premier League, I feel like, wouldn't be my forte, unfortunately. Phil Michels for $2.79 Canadian. Will we be getting the Pack and the Restless? If it turns into a shit show again, maybe. Michael Williams for $10. I love the Blues Legacy of Failure video because it makes me more proud as a Blues fan to see the cup in the loo. Need to replace Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. And I don't know about that. I feel like I wouldn't do well on ESPN. I swear too much. That and I'd have to be censored on a lot of stuff. And Hudon declined the offer. As I said, like, I mean, I can talk to people about it, but the problem is I need to marinate in that sort of thing. Yeah, Kawhi hasn't done anything yet. I said, that's the problem. There's, like, so many different, like, stuff going around. What's going on with the Islanders? I see what's happening here. Yeah, the Islanders probably offered Panarin more money. That's probably what happened. Yeah. Anders Lee and Robin Lehner, they're probably going to go after them. Yep, EDP was there for whatever reason. No, New York Rangers fans are doing okay. Isles fans are going to be in trouble. The NBA may expand. That's going to be the issue there. Apparently, the rumor is, the rumor is that they're going to trade, like, they're apparently going to trade Brian Rust, which would be absolutely horrible. And not what should happen, because, Brian, go to Tampa Bay Lightning Twitter. Let me see. We don't have any words, and you don't want to hear them. Let's take a look here. Curtis McBackup, 2 years, $1.3 million. That's really about it. Yeah, nothing yet. Florida's probably going crazy with that contract. See, Sergei Bobrovsky, like 7. Yep, terrible contract. Now announced Wayne Gretzky, Spencer Knights. The greatest offseason in the history of South Florida? Yeah, you said that in 2016. And you also said that when you signed LeBron and Chris Bosh. So, yeah. That's, no. Alright. Yeah, at this rate, I'm just waiting around to see if anything happens. I think it's going quiet. I may have to do, like, just a legit video at this rate. No, the Pens aren't going to add defense. If nothing happens in the next couple minutes, I'll probably stop the stream. But that's only because, like, nothing's really happening right now. I don't think anything's really happened for, like, the last half hour or so. Apparently, like, Brian Rust may be the guy that gets traded. The worst signing so far? Too many. Strawman was a bad signing. Tanev was a bad signing. Bobrovsky got way too much money. And yes, it is the Realm Total War soundtrack. But yes, in the meantime, this is a good time to remap some big moves that were made. Indeed. First, we started out Jason Spezza going to the Toronto Maple Leafs, 1 year, $700,000. Decent power play guy, but not much else. Very awkward to see him play against Ottawa in the Toronto uniform. I don't know why. Connor Clifton, back for 3 years at $1 million. Not bad. Cam Talbot going to Calgary, 1 year, $2.75 million. The backup David Riddick. Ron Hainsey, 1 year, $3.5 million. Yeah, you need to get to the cap floor, so that's probably why. Marcus Granlund, 1 year, 1.3. Not bad for bottom 6 depth. Tyler Myers, I thought he was going to get a lot more, but 5 years at 6 is still a bit of an overpayment. Not as awful as 7 for 7. I was hearing maybe 8 in some regards. Corey Perry, 1 year, 1.5. Once again, going to be really weird to see him in a Stars uniform. Luke Shen, 1 year, $700K. Matt Duchene, a big signing. 7 years, $8 million cap hit. Like, it's not a bad cap hit. I just don't think it's the right move for Nashville to make. As weird as it sounds. I feel like their issue is coaching. Their issue is not really skill. Kenny Agostino, 2 years, $700K per year. Tyler Ennis, 1 year, $8 million. The band of a legend, Joe Pavelski, going to Dallas, 3 years, $7 million. Is surprisingly not insane considering some of the stuff like this. Sergei Bobrovsky, 7 years, $10 million per year. That's a holy shit. Yeah. Mike Smith, 1 year, $2 million. Andre Shakira, 1 year, 1.5. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be the same player he was. Like this, Anton Stralman, 3 years, 5.5 for a guy who's had injury issues and is in his early 30s. Yeah. Fun. Curtis Lazar, 1 year, $700K for a guy who hasn't really developed. Ryan Hartman, 2 years, 1.9. That's not bad. I mean, for a bottom sixer. Jordy Ben, 2 years for $2 million per year. Patrick Nemeth, 2 years for $3 million. It's a little high. Jesus. That's a little high for Patrick Nemeth. Whatever. Keith Kincaid, 1 year, 1.75. Artemi Panarin, 7 years, $11.6 million per year. Apparently, he left more on the table from Columbus and the Islanders. So that has to be taken into consideration. That's crazy. John Gilmore, 1 year, $700K. This contract will not be mentioned. Thank you very much. Nola Chari, 3 years, $1.67 million. This is actually a really good deal. For a fourth liner, not bad at all. Oscar Fantenberg, 1 year, $850K. Garnet Hathaway, 4 years, $1.5 million cap hit. I misread that at once and thought he was getting $6 million per year. That was awkward. Jonas Donskoy, 4 years, $3.9 million. It's a bit high, but it's not terrible. Ryan Murray, 2 years, $4.6 million. That's just not bad. I mean, if you can stay healthy, it's worth it. Nathan Beaulieu, 1 year, $1 million. Matt Zuccarello, they finally updated that from Dallas to Minnesota. 5 years, $6 million, which is actually very reasonable for a guy like Matt Zuccarello. It's not crazy. Same as this, Timo Meier, 4 years, $6 million. Really good deal. I like it. Ryan Carpenter, 3 years, $1 million. Valtteri Filppula going back to Detroit for they messed up those numbers. It's 2 years at $3 million, not 2 years at $6 million. That was a little weird. Gustav Nyquist, 4 years, 5.5. Once again, not terrible. Columbus gets to recoup some of their losses, so it's not an upgrade, but it's something at least. Richard Panik, 4 years, 2.75. Alex Chiasson, 2 years, 2.15 mil. Brett Connolly, 4 years, 3.25. It's not terrible considering the contracts out there. It's okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. A lot of minor league signings. Colin Wilson took a bit of a pay cut. 1 year, 2.6. I thought he'd get 4 for 4 or something stupid. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, 2 years, 1.8 for a fourth liner. Not terrible per se. Noshek got re-signed. A couple other minor league deals. Wayne Simmons, terrible cap hit, but 1 year is manageable, so if it doesn't work, they can just walk away. No big deal. And not much really up. Sammy Blais. So otherwise, there's not much we can really do there. I have one more. Tony Harrop for $2. Will Tarasenko get back to 40 goals? Maybe. I thought so. Yeah, that's the rumor I was hearing. Apparently there was a rumor earlier that was Justin Schultz and Brian Rust for Adam Larson and Jesse Puljujarvi. It's yeah, maybe. But, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that could be happening. Sebastian Aho, that rumors might be coming down. There would be Anders Lee. There's still Jake Gardner out there. It's going to take a couple days for this all to settle. But in the meantime, I think, unfortunately, I'm just dragging air right now. So, guys, I appreciate you all for coming over. I don't know. That was a rumor I'd heard. I hope it's not true, but it's just rumors are rumors. Yeah, I would not trade Russ for Puljujarvi either. Puljujarvi just had hip surgery. That's a huge risk. And JR has been going senile for a few years. And Tyler Myers, that's a bad contract. It's not as bad as it could have been. Yeah. But otherwise, hey, I'm going to call it now. But guys, have yourself a great night. Peace out. I'll see y'all.